Of the ridiculous, the infuriating, and the genuinely concerning, we're going to talk about episode 3 of The War Between the Land and the Sea, which somehow manages to be the cringiest entry yet, and the first time the plot remembers that it actually has a story to tell. Then we'll get back into the ongoing Tomb Raider Backlash and frankly unhinged outrage over Expedition 33 winning Game of the Year. Because apparently excellence is only acceptable when you are giving it to the right people. But we're also going to address something a little bit more serious. Of course, it's our old friend, the former Kotaku game journalist, who decided that we should all get doxxed. How lovely of her. And quite frankly, I'm holding back as much as I can from saying what I really want to say about that, which would probably get me locked up. So we probably won't be doing that, but we will be talking about it. And of course, it's about time to rank Red Dwarf Series 7. All this is coming up, so please stick around as we get into WTF Live. That's right. Mother lickers. Let's go.
This show is intended for adult audiences. You know, people with bills, backaches, responsibilities, and a functioning sense of humor. It contains strong language, stronger opinions, and the kind of jokes that might send the emotionally fragile into a full-blown meltdown. If you're easily offended, perpetually outraged, or think words are violence, this is your cue to clutch your pearls, grab a blankie, and sprint to your nearest safe space. Or, you know, just get in the sea. We won't miss you. For everyone else, buckle up and let's have some laughs.
Rated D for dickhead.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
Hello, you dirty little boys. Are you interested in my body?
I'm gonna come.
Nice tits.
A real set of badonkers. Packing some Doban hunkeros, Bakhanaga hooks, humongous hungalonga no logongas.
I want people in the industry to be a little bit louder about people being mean to other people and maybe say it's not a good thing.
I don't really care, Margaret.
Hello. I'm off. Basically, run.
What's going down, babes? Show me the loving.
Silence! You are too gay to be the doctor.
I'm wonderful, and I'm the most amazing person in the universe.
Exterminate!
I'm afraid I've got some bad news. Bad news. Mortality. They lost the plot, we'll take a stand. These corporations must perish when we claim our land. Enough is enough, we've drawn the line. We'll take back our stories, a spark divine. The will
boys of the fans are back in town, baby. That's right. Apologies for the raucous intro. I just think it gives us a little bit of extra fucking energy at the start of the show. Let's go! Let's go! Come on! Straight out of hell. That's right, baby. It's WTF Live. Yeah, you mother lickers. It's the show where we take out all the trash and clean up all the latest and the not so greatest, freshly squeezed out bullshit from pop culture and politics. Though today it's pretty much entirely pop culture because we've got a lot of it to go over, including the most recent episode of The War Between Nothing and Less. We really don't want to have to talk about this show, but here we are anyway, doing it for you lovely people. So hope you appreciate it, of course. But in the meantime, you know, it's just nice to see the guys. It feels, I don't know why, but lately it just feels like it's been a long time between every stream. Maybe it's because I've been crazy busy every single day with like no time to sit and do anything, and even just making my own basic videos is now like 3 times harder than it used to be, but they're 10 times better than they used to be. So there's that as well. Guys, there is a culture to fight for, and fight for it we shall. But before we get into all of that, let me introduce the panel. Of course, as always, it's the problematic white guy, John. What's going on?
Honestly, not terribly too much. I just got up around 7:30.
Really quiet for some reason. I feel like I was just deafening everybody, and then you're like, yeah, I was just working up a little while.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, you know, I suppose I could try to amp up, like, I just woke up and I drank some coffee and
sweet.
I waited for Will to show up in the studio.
Yeah, sorry.
It was life-changing, man. I was just like the whole time, like, any minute now. No,
it's more that you're excited for what we're going to do, you know?
Right. Well, here's the thing. I unfortunately I watched not only episode 3 but also episode 4 of Wet Side Story.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I can't do it. I can't watch 2 of them. I can barely find time for one, and it really did not hold my attention for the first half either.
No, and it is wow, it is like a bottle episode with a whole bunch of buildup for like a 20-second thing that anybody could see coming within 5 seconds.
You mean episode 3?
Yeah. And then
I mean, you're just suspicious as fuck of the South African racist the entire way through. I mean, he doesn't do anything or say anything remotely racist. He's actually lovely for most of it. It's just that he's from South Africa, so the only reason they would put him in the show is because he's a racist, of course. Because
clearly, he's the whitest of white men. You know?
He's the whitest there is. That's right. Whiter than sheets washed with new Glimo Daz washing powder. There we go.
Right. And then episode 4. If you were concerned, people, that a man would fuck a fish, well, your concerns have been confirmed.
No, Wet Side Story is real.
It is.
I haven't seen it yet, but are we talking? Are we talking like real? Like they actually fuck, or just they made out and it's implied?
It is heavily implied.
Okay, so it's implied enough that there's no doubt about it.
Oh yeah. They're laying together, and he's like, having a nice little cuddle with her afterwards. It's
yeah. I don't know what noise to play for this because on the one hand, Wet Side Story confirmed I was right,
but on
the other hand,
my God, it's killed us.
Yeah. Oh, it's really romantic.
Oh my God, it's killed us. Oh no, it hasn't.
Right. It's really romantic though because they're on the run. You see. Because of the events that happen at the end of episode 3, and
she's still down to fuck a human after.
Oh, you bet, man! Even more so, I would say. And they're in some parking garage or some such, abandoned area, and they start getting busy on some pallets and a homeless man's sleeping bag. I'm assuming. So it's yeah. It's
I
an
thought
experience.
it would at least be underwater in some magical environment.
Oh no! Oh no! No.
Mate, he's getting the Kotaku special. What the fuck?
I'll go into further details when we actually start getting into it. But
We'll talk
with that
about
said,
episode 4. I'd imagine we'll talk more about it, but we'll probably talk
we'll
more after I've
depth
seen
on
it.
I give everybody a Cliff Notes version. But yeah, other than that, though, it is Tuesday morning. For a moment, like, I don't know, maybe it was as you're saying, it's kind of seeming like time is seeming longer and longer. I almost woke up for a minute, like is it Friday? No, I just watched wrestling last night. It has to be, and this is like at 4 a.m. Like I just woke up.
Mate. You actually watch wrestling still? I've gone out again. I've tuned out again.
I didn't really watch it. It happened. I just put it on in the background and kind of like fell asleep to it. All right. And then when I woke up randomly at like 4 a.m., I was like, oh, Friday? No, wrestling. I was like, it has to be. We'll be doing the show in the morning. I was like, all right, I already set my alarm. I'm gonna go back to sleep. But with all that said, let's fucking go. And welcome to the show, everyone. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, there we go. And of course, it's the man of the hour, the Tower of Power. It's Rhoda. What's going on?
All good. I just managed to get here in time, and then somebody came to the door just as I was getting here on time. But it turned out to just be the postman. So it's just like, okay, cool. I haven't even looked what it is. I just dumped it on the chair and ran back upstairs.
Of course.
Yeah, obviously done my usual morning shift today, and yes, I did get to throw that filthy rag away.
Yeah, you did. Bye, Guardian. Get in this car.
Yeah. The war between the Journo rats and the bin is winning. So, yeah. Apart from that, nothing's really happened since Sunday. I've gone to work. I've done a stream. I've gone back to work, and now I'm doing another stream. Hi.
There we go. That's basically life these days.
That's about all that's happened.
That's about right. It's not wrong, but that is life, mate. Yeah. So there we go. That's it. Yes. Welcome to WTF Live. We are going to get into the topics that we've got for you. And of course, we're going to also be ranking Red Dwarf Series 7 towards the back end of the show. So look forward to that. If you are all burnt out from fucking Hooniverse shenanigans, I am. I just don't ever want this thing to come back, man. I don't. And I don't. And if it does, I don't want it to come back and refer to this ever. Yeah. This is a non-event.
I'm just happy that they sped up the timeline on it, because next week will be the last episode that I have to watch, because there's only 5 of them. And so I've made it 80% through already, and I'm not going back, and I'm not watching it again, like ever. Yeah, and so I'm happy to be this far along in the process, but it's terrible.
Yeah, I don't think this is something that anybody's going to watch more than once.
No, and
if people watch it once, I've failed. So
people have barely even watched it once, and the numbers keep getting lower and lower and lower. They're under 1.5 million for episode 4.
I know, yeah, that's actually going to be the first thing I'm going to bring up. So we'll get that on the screen very shortly. But before we do that, I need 1 minute away from the PC. But before we do that,
no worries.
I need to shout out Garrett Griffin for $5. Says block.
Yeah,
another Tuesday at the day job. Go gadget motivation, please. And says, looking forward to the show. Hey, if you need something to get you through the day, just think of Go Gadget cock, because I always think it would be really funny if he had an extending dick, because I'm a disgusting man. And also the fact that he'd have to shout it, because he had to shout everything before he did it. So he'd actually have to shout, go, gadget, cock. Like, that just always makes me laugh. That's a good way to get through the day, just saying that to yourself over and over again and laughing like a teenager. So
I'm trying to remember if that was one of the parodies we had at the old porn
show. Of course you fucking did. America's the king of making parody porno versions of things. We don't really get that so much in the UK.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
little
During the
bit,
years
but
that
not
I lived there
over.
specifically, was there was a saturation of porn parodies that
What were you
happened.
getting, like the MCU parody?
Ew, saturation. Gross in this
Yeah,
context.
yeah, well, I think Scooby Doo was one of the first ones that I recall from my time working there. And then there was a Star Wars one. Whole bunch of there was a whole bunch of superhero stuff at the time, because this was what 2012, 2014 era. So yeah,
Right.
there was lots, tons. In fact, I don't know. I probably have. Yeah. But yeah. We don't need to go further on this, but yes, there's a lot of parody porn.
Yes, I'm sure there is, and that's probably enough that we've heard about it. It says looking forward to the show, so let's not stop that by talking about any more parody porn. But thanks very much for the $5. Hope it was worth it. Speaking of fives, Paul Thomas Ashworth has gifted 5 for the Griff Force and 5 for the Princesses. Much appreciated. Thank you. Yeah.
Let's go, Griff Force! Doing it for the princesses!
Actually, well, I'll get the other one out of the way as well. Saint Hugo, thank you very much for an additional 1 membership given for the Griff Force and the Princesses. Could total them up before I do that, but I want everyone to feel special, so there we go. He's back for another 5. Says, glad the reference landed. My pop culture references are so out of date, it's untrue, mate. I remember Inspector Gadget. I was, of course, a kid when that was on TV in the late 80s and early 90s. So there you go. I'm dating myself. I am, of course, the Xennial line between Gen X and Millennial, but you know, all that means is I'm tech savvy and I have a chip on my shoulder about authority. So I'm definitely I'm not millennial enough to be considered a millennial. I'm far too Gen X in my attitudes towards authority and things like that. But you know, I pick and choose what I do like.
The nice thing about being at this kind of age level is if you do have a collection of records, you can actually say, well, this is just something that I've enjoyed throughout my life. It's actual records. I'm not some silly hipster who's just trying to be cool.
Oh yeah. It's like when you were into Metallica, they were actually releasing the albums when you were like here.
Right. And I have, I have listened to 8 tracks while in cars, and like it's
cassette tapes over here.
Yeah, well, cassettes as well. But I mean, one of my best friend growing up, he had an old 1970s land whale of a car, right? And it had an 8-track player in there, and so we used to listen to all of the 8 tracks that he still had that were in there. So like, a lot of Kiss and Three Dog Night, stuff like that.
Yeah, it's cool. Shout out to Gene Simmons, by the way, based as fuck the other day. That was really funny to watch. Also, shame on Trump for saying that shit that he said about Rob Reiner. As annoying as a pain in the ass as Rob Reiner was, that was retarded, man.
Yeah,
you just threw everybody who had a go at the left for making fun of Charlie Kirk. You just threw us all under the bus, you absolute moron. But there we go. We still love you, Trump, but don't do that again. You made us all look like chumps, mate. But there we go. What I do like about that, actually, just because I'm not going to talk about it as a topic on any show, I'd rather avoid it. But what I do like is that the right are having a bigger go at Trump than the left are at the moment. So that's right. That's the correct way to do things. It's like, mate, you ain't making anywhere great acting like that.
Right.
So that unfortunately is something we've all had to come to terms with over the last day or two, and also RIP to Rob Reiner, you pain in the ass, and your wife. You didn't deserve to go out like that. And respect for the great films that he did make, because he did make some freaking blinding films. Actually, people, I'm going into it anyway, aren't I? No, but a lot of people don't seem to realize that he did Spinal Tap.
Yeah,
like. Yeah, so he wasn't always a maniac. He did actually entertain us quite a lot. So rip.
That was actually how it first came up in my feed. Was Spinal Tap director dies.
Really?
Yeah.
I suppose it is like a British thing, so maybe. But anyway, that's just another thing we don't have time to talk about today. But Yeah, going back, I mean, I watched all these movies on VHS as well before I saw them on DVD. So that's the kind of age range I'm in, and it's quite nice because apparently I don't look it. And a very nice young lady earlier on offering me free zins told me, asked me how old I am, and I said I'm 40, and she went. I was like, "What? Still got it."
Nice.
I know. I do know that feeling. The last time I was ID'd for alcohol, I was 38.
Wow. I don't think I've been ID'd in a long time, but that's probably because I drank so often everybody knew me. All right. Thank you very much, Garrett. We appreciate you for what is now a combination to make 10. All right. Can you hold on for like 1 minute? I just got to double check a couple of things that I forgot about, and I will be right back. We'll get into the war between the land and the sea. Folks, don't go anywhere. I will be right back.
Indeed.
We'll still be here anyway.
Indeed. You know, I am far more interested. Evidently, it's getting pushed up a day to today. Actually, I'm far more interested in checking out episode 1 of season 2 of Fallout, which they're actually. I guess last year they were not. Last year they didn't, or 2024, I guess, when it came out. Last year, they didn't have the confidence in it, and they put it all out in one big go. Just dropped it, right? This year they're actually going to do weekly releases, so I will be watching episode 1 later on today. Cool. Yeah, and then I need to follow up with Heavenly Jester and say, hey, are we still planning on talking about whatever you had planned for the episode that we were going to do originally last weekend that we're putting off till this weekend, because now we can talk about episode 1. And that seems like he's very interested in a few things, and Fallout is definitely high up on that list. So I imagine episode 1's tonight. They moved it up a day.
Oh, of series 2, eh?
Yeah. So
I might take a look at that. You know, I never did review the first series, but you know what? Maybe I'll go back and do the lot. Who knows? I am thinking of something I can provide for people over the Christmas period if I'm not around or able to stream as much as normal. So that would be nice. Anyway, let's get on to the felting of the war between the felt and the empty hands. Where are we? Where the hell did my tabs go? They have all rearranged themselves into the worst possible organization they could have. All right, there we go. So, straight from the Radioactive Times, of course, it is this article which we had last week. For some reason, Doctor Who TV.co.uk are not doing an accumulator this time, which they did for both series of Doctor Who, but I guess even they don't care about the war between the land and the sea. So there we go. And of course, last week we did see. Hold on, I'm gonna have to get last week's article back up now, aren't I? As well. Okay, so let's just look at this for now. The Doctor Who spin-off aired a double bill on Sunday, the 14th of December, and I'm really pissed off that they did, because I had not planned for that. I had only planned for 2 in 1 week and then 1 per week after that. So it's completely fucked up the schedule. Much more than you'd think. Trying to find an additional hour and then like 45 minutes to write a review and some notes and stuff. It's really difficult when you are as pushed as I am. So we're going to do this the old-fashioned way and take our cues from the Radio Times, apparently.
I do wonder if this shift was because of the original kind of ratings fallout that happened last week when they're like, we'll just... Because normally Disney puts out things so that you at least have to pay for 1 more pay period to see the ending of said series, but nobody's watching it to begin with, so maybe they're just like, just get it out, get it over with. It'll be over before Christmas.
I think they're trying to dump it so they can move on.
Yeah.
It's a bit like they've not been going out with it long enough to get it a girlfriend level Christmas present, so they want to break up before Christmas.
Right. There you go. Yeah, they really have like just turned around and told Disney, not Disney, the BBC to go fuck themselves, haven't they? So it's quite fun. All right. So in the beginning last week, we had, what were the numbers precisely? 2.82 million, which turned down to 2.05 million by the time the double bill was finished, which was a colossal felting. Obviously a massive issue for him because, well, I mean, nobody gives a shit, but the show really probably needed to at least hold a bit better than that to convince them that there was some interest. Regardless, it's still, and it was still, better than any single episode of the Ncuti Gatwa run of Doctor Who. In terms of overnights, we don't know what the consolidated are yet, or at least I don't. If they exist, someone would very much like to see it. But in the meantime, we did, of course, know that we only got a maximum. The highest that Doctor Who ever got with Gatwa was 2.62, and that was for 73 yards, which was with the benefit of the FA Cup being on immediately before it, I think. Before, yeah, it was before. And then, of course, we had a similar effect where they pulled up to 2.57 in series 15 or 2 or 1 or 1.5 or fuck it, I don't know anymore. Which was, again, when it was sandwiched in between the FA Cup final and the Eurovision Song Contest. So, you know.
They saw it work the year before. So
exactly. Yeah. Yes, exactly. And the all-time low that the series got for Doctor Who was 1.5 million.
Oof.
Let's see how the current series is done. So we're here now with episodes 3 and 4.
Current series.
Yeah.
The undercurrent.
The undercurrent. Ha 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 ha. Yes, of course, I see it now. No, of course, we saw the numbers fly back up to 2.45 million. Now, what do you suppose is responsible for that? I think it personally is just the fact that either people didn't realize it was a double bill last week, maybe, or they really hated it, but then this week they were just in front of the TV and it came on. Maybe that's what happened last week too. It is
perhaps.
Sunday.
I think it's a mix of those things. I think there were probably people who watched the first episode thinking, oh, well, I guess I'll be watching an episode of these for the next month. And then they left. The people that left, right? Because it dropped big. And so half the people that left never are coming back. Yeah. And then some of those people that did leave and missed episode 2 probably, oh shit, I didn't realize there was a second episode.
Maybe. So we ended up with 2.45. Yeah.
Right. And so they watched it on iPlayer or something a little bit later on VOD. And then they're like, all right, let's see where this goes. And it goes straight to the bottom of the sea.
Okay. See, I have a similar story, but a different one. Last week, everybody was finished watching whatever was on before it. And it just came on. And because they'd never heard of it, they thought, all right, we'll have a look and see what this is about then. Then they realized it's Doctor Who.
Right.
And they turned it off.
Gay water. Yeah.
Yeah. They turned it off immediately because, of course, they had a trans kid and they couldn't hear it. So they lost nearly 700,000 people in the space of probably 5 minutes. You only have to be watching an episode for a couple of minutes for it to register as the highest single concurrent rating, right? On a broadcast show. And then any number behind that gets disregarded. They apply that number to the whole show.
Right.
So with that in mind, then this week people were sitting watching whatever they were watching, and then suddenly the war between the land and the sea came on afterwards, and they went, holy shit, it's that god-awful show, and turned it off.
Where's the remote?
Representing another massive drop, probably in the first 5 to 10 minutes of the episode, but before not before they could register a 2.45 rating for it.
Right.
So that's why you got now historic low for War Between the Land and the Sea of 1.7 million viewers, which is now firmly into the lower end of the same as what Shooty Gatwa was getting earlier this year. Yeah. We were looking at numbers like 1.58. The Well got 1.86. Lucky Day only got 1.5. Story in the Engine, god awful piece of shit that was, got 1.59. But Wish World got 1.83. So they're still outperforming Doctor Who on average. So still, the show hasn't sunk anywhere near as low as Gatwa was able to take Doctor Who. So there you go. I guess some people are into their fish sex. It seems.
I suppose
I can't believe that's been confirmed.
Oh yeah. Like I said, that is what you got to look forward to in episode 4. Because there's not much in episode 3. Not much at all in episode 3. It is really just a whole bunch of people sitting in a ball, going down into the ocean, and there's a very suspicious character, as we had mentioned, and he goes and he pulls a globe from his bag, and you're immediately like, well, that's a bomb.
Well, I mean, he had I didn't even realize on my first viewing that he had it the whole time. That was the briefcase that someone had mentioned that I was barely paying attention to.
Thankfully, I only watched it one time, so I did. But as soon as he picks it up, and you see, I'm like, well, that's not a globe. That's a bomb. Clearly, just looking at it, it's like the most kind of just obvious. This is going to be some fuckery, and that's exactly what it is. It's like it's 30 minutes of lead up for a walk through a hallway that has like weird slimy shit on it, and some a really stupid scene of a meet cute down at the under the sea, and a fish woman touching a dude's face, saying that he's rough because men have stubble, and so that would be the
she has scales.
Right. And then he says to her, "Can I touch you?"
Oh,
and she's like, "How do I feel?" And he's wearing gloves. I was like,
Hyperdrive time yesterday. Yeah. I went over that in detail. Oh God, that was so. Can I touch you? in fucking, hermetically sealed fucking aqua suit.
Right. What do I feel like? Surprisingly, I feel like the inside of my fucking glove.
The inside of these gloves, because everything does. Yeah.
I suppose on the plus side, at least now we know why fish smell like that.
Yeah, but even worse than the fact that he was wearing gloves is the simple fact that he literally, when she asked him what he felt, he said, strength. Cringe. Gag me with a shovel. Right. And then he said, and beauty. And that was the moment. Right. I was like, it's happening. It's on like Donkey Kong, baby.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. And then they go
it's on like the swordfish Donkey Kong rides in Donkey Kong Country.
Right. And then they go into this grand presentation, like this scenic kind of like, ooh, look at all these fish people standing in a room. And then within 20 seconds, there's an explosion. that's it. Like there's all this lead up. Oh, and Kate's boy toy gets shot in the chest because he
does, even though that makes no sense whatsoever.
Right, because the bullet was on her forehead.
Sense. Yeah. Well, that was what I said in my review. Is the simple fact is that the bullet is aiming for her head.
Right.
And, it's not going to work because... the bullet is aiming for her head. He runs over and tackles her. The glass shatters. There is no squib at all. Which, of course, you might say, okay, well, that's just an editing trick so that you don't know what happened until we're ready to show you. But no, bollocks. There should have been like at least a blood spatter that appeared on his shirt so that people who can go back and pause it will not feel like, But no, apparently he makes it completely through that scene of the bullet being fired with absolutely no, and I mean literally no damage to him whatsoever. And then in the next scene, he has a massive gaping bullet hole right in his heart. He got shot in the heart because Kate didn't want to stop working. That's right. And she's not going to back down now. You know what she's going to learn from this? She needs to work even harder.
Work even harder. That's right. Because that's just a silly relationship to get in the way. And now, this is only going to prove even further that this is like, I guess, for his legacy, even though he was like, yeah, maybe you might want to, like, I don't know, take some time off, suck my dick, you know, like just actually like, you know, acknowledge that this thing's been going on for the last however many years, and everybody already knows you're the one person who's just not owning up to it, you know, but everyone knows.
Everybody does indeed fucking know about it. Like, there's no secret about it.
Yeah,
it's really bizarre. Anyway, it's really stupid. Here's something really sad though, by the way. According to some Facebook group, the war between the land and the sea is 2.8 million, followed by 2.1 for the second, which is not what it got, but okay. It was 2.01. But anyway, according to that makes it the one of the biggest new drama launches of the entire year for the BBC.
Wow.
God, that says quite a bit more about the BBC than it does this show.
It certainly does. It certainly does.
Yeah, BBC. Bye cuddle cows.
Exactly.
Damn.
Did want to have a quick look through the episodes, not like forensically like I do in my reviews.
No. Far more important things to talk about.
Just exactly, yes. But I did want to just sort of acknowledge the shit that we were talking about. By the way, how we doing, chat? I've had another window open on my screen this whole time, so I didn't get to see anything you guys were saying. Oh yeah, you're just saying what I expected. Yeah. Lilith asking if you like fish sticks in your mouth. I think it's someone, if I don't have time, needs to edit Kanye West swimming around in the undergrowth with all the fucking sea devils. Just the song comes in for a second. You know, I could do it, but I don't have a hell of a lot of time. I literally only had 5 minutes to make. That was really
that's really good syncing, you know.
The AI got it kind of wrong. I actually had to do a little bit of manual syncing myself. Almost tell. You can almost tell. Anyway, so let's get through this piece of shit as fast as we can. Obviously, nothing happens. The real standout scenes for me are
what I love is the previously on is not just the previous episode. Now it's like both. So yeah, by the time we get to next week on episode 5, it'll be previously the entire thing. So you really could just watch next week, and
you don't need to watch it yet.
But
and
you don't need
there is
to.
no. It's terrible.
And there's no point in watching next week's episode. I hope that it is not like an extended episode.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Whoa.
Please don't.
Now you're scaring me.
Oh god.
Well, anyway, I'm just kind of thinking to myself.
And his name is Ted, but then unfortunately, he is also the man who has been conscripted to deliver a doomsday weapon to the fish people. We're going to just full spoilers from the out here. This is a discussion. Okay. If you haven't seen my review by now, you are either watching it now or you watched it live when I did it on WTF Live. So,
as I've said, in many things like this, you can't spoil what's already rotten, and this rotten fish is from the head all the way down.
I feel bad for Russell Tovey. I do.
Yeah.
Because he has managed to not, in my mind, taint himself with the stink of this wretched show. He's turned
Well, you haven't seen episode 4 yet. He's got a little bit of fish taint on him now.
Yeah, I know, but I'm talking about his performance.
Right.
Like, he's doing the absolute best that he can with some of the jankiest fucking material that's ever been written. Like, you know, he does these scenes where he goes down into the water there and screams silently where I'm sorry, but I don't know if Russell T. Davis has ever been around someone who submerged themselves in water and screamed, but you can hear it better than you can hear him doing it. Like, it genuinely, like, you can still
at the
hear
top of the water as well, like,
yeah. It like he screams and we're supposed to think like, oh, no one can hear him, you know, but the reality is you could hear it a lot better than the sound made it. But I still think that the performance is solid. I still do. I think that like he's about the only thing I've enjoyed for even a millisecond in this whole show. And I think he deserves a fucking BAFTA for managing to pull together a halfway likable idiot, like a total idiot, a totally misguided, ideologically captured moron, but somehow in a likable way. Because I spend all day talking to people like him, and I hate them, but I don't hate him. So I can only assume that Russell Tovey deserves a fucking Oscar for his performance with this shithouse material. The only other thing, is there anything you guys want to particularly shout out as moments from the show? Because I think you already know what mine are.
Well, there's this whole little interaction right here, I suppose, with his wife and his daughter.
Doesn't have to be good; can be terrible.
No.
Just anything that you want to highlight, you know.
Yeah, no. He's trying to be all cool about it, but then his daughter leaves the room, and so he starts to cry.
He actually did fucking cry as well.
Yeah.
Like again, Russell Tovey is doing his fucking absolute best to carry this show on his back. And it is a difficult job. And I still think, like, if I'm going to have any respect for anyone after watching this, it's going to be only him. Because I've actually lost respect for everybody else that's been in this. You know? Like, I didn't have much for Gugu Mbatha Raw before she was playing Salt, but I think anyone could have played Salt.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, the amount of makeup and the performance is wooden as fuck. Like literally any actress you could have put in that makeup and it would have been, it'd be the same. So unfortunately she hasn't done anything. Whereas I don't think that many people could make Barkley likable. Right.
You
know what I mean?
He does the best he can given the material. And so that is he's not a bad dad.
No, of course not. He's a fucking great dad. He's risking his life for his kid's future. He's going to the bottom of the fucking ocean to guarantee his kid won't have to live through a war, you know? And I hate that I actually care about that a little bit. That's what I'm talking about. Is he alone, wretched, terrible show, has managed to get me to go, yeah, all right, good on you, mate. A couple of times, you know? It really annoys me because I want to hate him as well, but I just can't. Tovey apparently is such a nice guy. Or so
when you
good
get the chance later today or tomorrow, so you talk about it on Thursday.
Yeah, I might completely change my mind.
Episode 4 does happen.
Okay.
I don't know that. Like at this point, I feel like at this point, if he does stick it in, you know, the fish pie, I'm still gonna have a hard time disliking him because of the performance. His moment to moment mannerisms playing Barkley make him like charmingly disarming. Do you know what I mean? Right. And so I find myself going, you're a bit of an idiot, mate, but for some reason I want to buy you a pint, you know?
Yeah, if for no other reason, is to be like, so what was like fucking the fish woman?
Yeah, so you know, what's it like in there? Is it cold? You know?
Oh well, I found out. In episode 4, she can regulate her heat. You know.
So she just literally is human plus, basically. She can change gender. She can change temperature. She has a human face for kissing. Yeah. Fuck it now.
And evidently a vag.
Yeah. That's an interesting one, isn't it? How the hell did... No. No, I don't want to know. Anyway, yeah, so shout out to Tovey again for carrying this god-awful, wretched abomination on his back. Then, unfortunately, we get just endless annoying scenes with these guys. Just like the Indian guy, you just want to slap him. It's like, we get it. You're a congenital coward. I understand. You're only here because you were forced to be here, right? You're the other guy, you're like, I don't understand why he's so chipper. Unless And then, of course, that's confirmed at the end. So, and then, of course, he has his moment of cracking down too. And I'm sorry, but I have just lost all respect for Colin McFarlane, who's playing General Austin Pierce. What is it like as an American to hear someone doing that over the top an American accent?
There's the question.
You know
what I mean? Like he talks like Duff Man.
Right,
everything is his R's are very deliberately rolled around like an American, as opposed to American, as we would say.
Yeah. I will say that I don't miss him by the time we get to the end of this episode. I'll say that.
That's okay. Oh, is he going as well then? That's good.
Oh yeah. Nice. Oh yeah. Everyone dies except for,
Oh, good. Excellent. I hate them all. That's excellent.
Yeah.
I'm very pleased. Good.
Yeah. That explosion killed everyone.
Everyone.
And everyone that was there in
a sea nuke then.
Yeah.
Right.
And that will cause some problems for Salt because she saved a human, you see.
Oh, yes, it's Wet Side Story.
It is Wet Side Story.
Yeah, we've got it's Romeo and Juliet. We've got Capulets and Montagues. Yeah.
yeah.
Or Carpulets.
God, no, you did not, you bastard.
The Montagues and the Carpulets.
Montagues and the Carpulets. Yes, fucking great. Amazing. Brilliant. Well done.
Can't resist a pun. I really can't.
Fantastic. Off the top of my head, I couldn't think of a single fucking name for him, but no, you guys got it. You guys did great. Well done. But yeah, no, I genuinely can't stand it when I hear a guy who I know is English doing an American accent. Normally, and this is the thing that's struck a lot of people by sheer shock lately, is the number of people in like massive Hollywood productions that are actually British, and no one knows. Like, no one knew that Hugh Laurie was not American, even though when he first started doing an American accent in movies, it was terrible. But by the time he played House, he'd worked on it massively, and it became indistinguishable from a real American accent, despite there being 50 states and 50 accents. But, for whatever reason, people just assumed he was from like Ohio or somewhere.
Yeah,
I get when I do an American accent, I get Ohio. So that's why I said it. But
I was literally going straight there because I've actually been like rewatching bits of House lately.
Yeah, I did this year as well with my wife.
Yes, it really, really is one of my favorite shows of all time. I love
Wonderful
it.
show.
Yeah.
But then, obviously half the cast of the fucking MCU are British as well, doing American accents. Even like Tom Holland, who's just barely out of the womb, and he's doing an American accent convincingly. I guess that's just the way it is when you grow up on both English and American entertainment. It probably is easier for our side, which doesn't explain then why Colin McFarlane's accent makes him sound like a British guy doing a really bad American accent. I'm Captain Og, Austin Pierce. It's too much,
It's how invested he felt he could be for this thing. And I can't fault him on that, I suppose. He's like,
he's just a really good actor. And he was in Batman Begins. He was the commissioner before Gordon.
Mm-hmm.
And he's doing a much better accent in that. I think he's just rusty. Because this is not convincing me at all. Anyway,
it's funny you mentioned Rust.
Okay.
That'll be for episode 4, though.
I'm sure. But we'll get to it. Anyway, we'll get to it on Thursday. Or I'll get to it tomorrow, then we'll get to it on Thursday. So inevitably we get past all this shit, this boring cringe, this annoyance, blah, 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 blah. God, it's taking forever, innit? Fucking move. There we go. And we get to the scene of scenes. This is my favorite scene.
Espionage.
This is the... yeah. Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom, They're sitting there in their fucking top hats with their Dick Dastardly moustaches, plotting to tie the fucking salt girl to the train tracks. They're so fucking evil. They're so cheerfully evil. Like they're so happy with their own evil plan that they literally end the scene smiling evilly at Kate. Any and all pretense that these guys are actually fleshed out characters is gone from the fact that look at the shit-eating grin on her face. There's a shit-eating grin on the other guy's face here. He's like always sort of half smiling. Everyone's smiling. She's looking at them like they're plotting the end of the world, because they are, apparently. Yeah. And yeah, look, he's just sitting there smiling. He's half smiling. She's getting angrier. And then it all culminates. Look, she's smiling. They're all patronizing the fuck out. And then she's really getting irate and disgusted at this point. And then I think it's just about here where they all turn and look at her at the same time. Every look on their face like, you fuckers. Apart from the brown girl, of course, who's still obsessing over Western colonialization. Fuck you. We made those countries better. All right. It really, like, look at that. Like the French bitch, the American military guy, and the British capitalist are all there going, like seriously. And the music too for the scene is insane. It is like da 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 da. It's so fucking evil. Like, Russell, you do understand that, right? In the real world, people don't sit around having these evil meetings and getting off on their own evil plans. Like, no matter how much you hate the right and capitalism and stuff like that, you filthy fucking communist, it doesn't matter how much you hate them, they're not actually sitting around twirling their mustaches like this. It's ridiculous, like amateur fucking GCSE level writing. You know, like the closest they get to that, whatever you'd have. What do you have in America? SATs. You know, we're talking like high school graduate level writing.
Yeah, the closest they ever get to anything
was sixth form poetry.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Like you're still young and naive and idealistic, and T. Davis writes like that, and he always has too. All of the cringiest moments in the whole original RTD run were written by him.
Yeah, and the closest people ever get to sitting around in a room, twirling their mustaches happens at Davos.
I don't even believe that.
But even that is a much larger thing, and they still try to come off as what they're actually doing is beneficial because there's cameras in the room. But this is absolutely silly.
And the worst part of it is, though, that the alternative to what they're saying is Kate's plan, which is to bend over backwards and let the aliens fuck us up the arses, or the fishmen, whatever, and basically give them all the water on Earth. And give them jurisdiction over all the water on Earth. Meaning, what do we do when we want a glass of water? What do we do when we want to purify some water for our, ingestion? Like, what are we supposed to do when we have to cross the bridge that 70% of a man's body and 55% of a woman's body is made of water? What do we do then? And so it just comes across as Kate being incredibly full idealistic and naive, despite being 60 years old, which I discovered yesterday. Fucking hell. Especially when we find out that boy toy Ibrahim is 39.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Either way, still, yeah.
The ages of the actors, anyway. So,
right.
I've never been told their ages in the show. So,
I think they mentioned. I think they might mention in episode 4. I think he's in here. I think he's in his late 20s. I might be misremembering. But
how old is she supposed to be then? I don't know. She's been in the show for 13 years. So
right.
So there you go. But anyway, so her idea basically is fuck the human race. Like, oh well, we'll just let them have the water. And what do we do then? Just evolve? What are you going to force us all to evolve, Kate? Because honestly, at this point, I'm not comparing them to Davos. I'm comparing her to Davros.
Right.
Like, this is madness, you stupid woman. What are you trying to do to us? So if I have to pick a side, I'll go with the mustache twirling wankers who at the Legion of Doom sitting with their smug shit-eating grins over the woman who wants to kill us all, apparently. because she doesn't have a plan. She just thinks we should bend over backwards for these fucking interlopers who've decided that they're going to rain garbage down on our cities and drop a fucking 110-year-old ship on a city.
Right.
You know?
Which they have managed to clean up, it seems, but they keep saying that they haven't. But every scene, like, there's not a whole bunch of trash everywhere. So
yeah, it's funny that, isn't it? It's like a day or two later, and they managed to do it.
A minor
anyway, there you go.
inconvenience.
Yeah. So anyway, there we go. Then we carry on. We got more of the cringe, more of the cringe. Yeah.
Yep.
Now our South African racist is having a panic attack, and of course, General Austin Pierce does absolutely nothing to try and help anybody. Literally cannot do anything to help. The only person who has any agency in this whole mission is fucking Barclay.
Right.
Which is insane, because 2 episodes ago the guy was like on his knees begging to get out of here, and the general was the only one who even nodded at him like he had a place there, and now he's literally following him around.
The pacing in this thing is simultaneously drawn out and way too fast.
Yeah, it takes too long for individual scenes to happen, and then nothing, and then there's just chunks of character development missed, you know. But there we go. Then we get literally the follow-up scene at the Legion of Doom, where capitalist pig dog walks up to the PM and literally tells him that he is aware that he respects his opinion and his money.
All the money.
In other words, hi, Prime Minister, whatever your fucking name is. I'm going to lobby at you right now with my corruption, and you're going to go with it because you too, I've decided, are corrupt. Okay? Okay. That is effectively what he says. It's like, let's announce our corruption to this entire room of international diplomats.
Right. Because I imagine they're still on the telescreens in the background.
Well, I mean, everyone's there except Kate, so we can only assume that if not everyone, that at least these 3, which represent 3 different countries, are here plotting their evil plot, and he's just outing himself as a corrupt businessman and the PM as a corrupt politician.
Right.
It's fucking insanity, man. It is such absolute amateur hour writing. Cringe to the highest order. Anyway, fuck the rest. We get down into the sea, and pretty soon we are in this stupid living cave thingy, and there's this membrane holding back all the water in the ocean.
Right.
Okay.
Because fuck you. That's why.
Yeah.
Because at this point, we might as well just give them a giant plastic castle to swim around to distract them.
You know what I mean? Like, are we supposed to believe all that? You know, it took all this submersibles and shit to get us down here, and these fuckers have membranes that can hold back the entire pressure of the entire world's oceans.
Right. Or sonic field.
Let's not forget, we're in the South Atlantic at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like one of the most dangerous parts of the oceans of all the world, basically. It's fucking nonsense. But then here comes Princess Russell T. Davis to go, oh, never mind. Let's Expelliarmus. Let's have a membrane. Oh, wonderful. That'll answer any silly questions those right-wing chuds might have. Well, I'm sorry, buddy. It hasn't. You know?
Yeah, the weight of the ocean should still be, somewhat of a concern. A force of
the
nature.
Idea that they can create a perfect breathable environment as well, and they say perfect as in cleaner than our air.
Right.
Yet again, throwing humanity under the bus. This whole show is basically like RTD watched that fucking Al Gore movie. I said, this would make a wonderful story about some sea creatures. Oh, I wonder if I can use it to get back into Doctor Who and get a budget from Disney to make this fucking shit show. Oh, God.
It's it gets worse still in the hand-wavery bullshit of episode 4.
Really?
Yeah. Salt has the ability, while she's breathing for Tovy's character, Barclay, she evidently
locked lips, I suppose.
Right, and she explains to him.
Done.
she explains to him that because he's going on about how he's got leprosy and gonorrhea and all this kind of weird shit from the water or what the hell ever. And she's like, no, don't you worry about that. I filtered it all out while I was, breathing for you. And
whoa.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that the diseases and the pollution that she came to Earth complaining about is something her species can filter.
Yeah, so it doesn't even affect them. Yeah. Doesn't even affect them.
I mean,
right. Which seems like it's kind of a big plot hole for the whole point of this.
We're done. We're finished, guys. There's no point watching anymore. There's no threat.
What the fuck?
You think maybe Barclay will conveniently forget that little detail? Wait a minute.
Well,
Can't you filter out leprosy? Diphtheria, typhoid. All.
I mean, at the moment, he seemed to be more interested in, getting in the sea. So maybe he won't pay. He maybe wasn't paying too much attention. Yes.
You were thinking with the wrong brain, my friend. Well, there it is, I suppose. Annoying.
Dude wants to make spatchcock salmon.
Very annoying. Anyway, there we go, I suppose. But Jesus Christ, what a shit show, man. I don't know what to say with that. I know that is now going to be the focal point of my review tomorrow. So that and the shit, the sex. So roll on tomorrow. I'm actually kind of looking forward to it now. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing this actually play out in front of my eyes. I'm a little bit excited. Maybe I should have every episode spoiled for me. Anyway, there we go. We build up to all of that awful cringe that we just heard about, by the way. It begins here when he trusts her to take off his helmet. The people who rained trash down on his daughter yesterday.
Right.
No one else trusts. The General Austin Pierce doesn't offer to take off his helmet first. What with being a man of honor and duty and responsibility and the senior officer of their mission. No. We'll send in Barclay again. The boy wonder, apparently. Fuck my life. But whatever, it doesn't matter anyway, because then, of course, we come to cringe. Oh, you should work less. Oh, no. Why can't we not be pretending we're not a couple when we obviously are and everyone knows it? Get separated. Oh, I used a cheap trick and the tunnels changed. Now we're alone. I'm going to touch you, Barclay. You are rough and warm or whatever it was. I don't fucking know what she said. I can't remember anymore. Can I touch you? Oh, what do you feel? Strength and beauty.
He's not even touching her. He's touching her armature.
Look at that right there. Look at that smile right there. I've seen that smile. I've seen that smile in bars. I've seen that smile in clubs. I've seen that smile in restaurants. That is the DTF smile. That is what that is right there. That is, you said, you think I'm pretty?
Right.
She's
not the only thing that's wet.
There it is. She's actually, she's fucking Christ. Do they even need to get wet? Oh, duh. I want to think about this, man. I want to think about this shit. And then, of course, you get this shot here. We could do a lot. We could make a difference, you and I. Oh yeah, what, by making a baby? Because that's where they want to go. Transhuman. But right before everybody finally finds them, they're standing there for a second, and he leans in. So there you go. Telegraphed as fuck. This whole conversation is cursed. Yes, it is. Yeah. All right. Then we get the big shot of all the sea devils, and we're supposed to be impressed, but it's 2025. I've seen this kind of thing before. Honestly, if you didn't have a shot like this, I would have thought, what have you done? Why haven't you done the big shot? But whatever. Then we get this scene, of course, where it's driven for the most dramatic irony possible, of course. This is the moment he's decided to stand up to her about her working too much and not having enough time for him, which, by the way, is a female position to be taking. Gender roles reversed and all that shit. Then, of course, we get the severance. Severance.
They say it about
Operation
7
Severance
times in 3 minutes. It is.
Yeah, I know. So
insane.
stupid. It's so stupid. But it is what it is, I guess. And so we're at the moment, of course, where Operation Severance appears to be a two-pronged attack. On the one hand, you're going to put a bullet in Kate Lethbridge-Stewart's head. Not very well aimed, by the way. And, of course, that's the moment we get this scene right here, where, of course, whoops, let me find it. How do I skip a frame again? Oh, yeah. That's right. And we have, right. If that trace had moved,
right,
he would have an exploding chest. If it hadn't, he would have made the shot, and Kate would be dead. Bullet in the head. Amateur.
Or like a watermelon exploding. But yes.
Yeah, because it does go through the glass.
Yep.
There is not enough time to avoid a bullet. You're not Superman. And it is way too late. She should have got the shot straight through the head. He was too late.
Yeah.
But whatever, anyway. Instead, we get this horrible, tragic scene. Oh, shit. I've gone all the way to the end. Fuck. Hang on. We get this tragic scene, of course, of Kate discovering, what's his name? Ibrahim. Christopher Ibrahim. That's it. His blood on her. And of course, he's the one. Oh, fuck me. We've done it again. God damn it, Will. Stupid fucking thing. And at the same time, of course, the bomb gets
set off.
Presented. It's so badly done too. This shot as well of him giving it to them. So like, if we go back to
it's lighting up with these
all the way back to the start again. Stupid thing. Fuck it. It doesn't matter. You don't need to see it. The South African guy hands it to Salt in the most sinister way possible, like really slowly, even slow motion, as this smile creeps on his face, you know.
Right, and the red lights start to go up on the ball. Yeah, it's fucking retarded.
It starts to light up, but before it even does, she's turned around and like looked at it like there's something terribly wrong with it, which isn't the point of a sneak, like a contraband bomb. The fact that you don't know it's a bomb until it explodes.
Right. But
she clearly knows that something is up.
I don't know if you can still hear me. Everything's frozen on my end.
Oh, we can hear you.
Good. Yeah, you can hear you.
It's all good. It's weird.
Which I'm kind of surprised. I figured I would have had props because I went and I double checked, and I am coming to everybody from Switzerland. I evidently still have my VPN on.
Oh, okay.
It's the Davos. But there you go, guys. Unbelievable cringe. As we get, Ibrahim is shot, then the red dot is on Kate's head, but I guess she survived. Then I thought it would have been really good to kill Kate at this point.
Yeah.
Well, I really do.
I've been asking for that for years now.
Yeah, especially last series when she became full genocidal maniac to Conrad, who, was being a complete dick with a gun, but she was like, torture him, electrocute him, no mercy. Like, whoa, buddy. I guess
right, you figured she would have fit in that room with all the mustache twirling,
Exactly, and yet I guess if he was a fish, she would have had a completely different perspective on things. So she really just hates humans, except for, her boy toy, who's dead now. So I guess she just hates all humans. You might as well clap her in steel and call her a Dalek, But whatever. Anyway, absolute awful guff, fucking terrible. Only only entertaining accidentally.
Oh yes.
And so there you go. That's it.
I can't wait to get into the further details of.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow.
Insanity. Yeah.
But yeah, total shit show, piece of crap episode, ratings well deserved.
Yeah.
So there we go. Oh, Rhoda's popped out. Weird. Oh well. Sardoc is here though for £5. Thank you very much. Says, I see this Erica Ichi Jabba the Hutt meme, eat shit. And I'm like, brother. And quite right too. Quite right too. A £5 well spent. Thank you very much. Appreciate you, buddy. I do indeed. That's really nice. And I don't think I can set the goal today. Normally I have like a goal for like 10 fivers, but that would be the third. So thank you. And of course, just a good measure. I just really like that.
Roughly translates to thank you for the $5.
I can't remember. It's something Jabba says right before Luke is like demanding to talk in his path. It's like I think it's like you weak-minded fool or something to Bib Fortuna. I can't remember. Whatever it is, it was one of the better lines that Jabba has, and I thought I can lip sync that, you know, and make Erica Ishii say it, which would just be hilarious. Lilith has been a member now for 11 months and says, stop making me froggy gay. I'll try, buddy. I will try not to make the frogs gay. I will try. Yes, indeed. That's what you'll get when Barclay's baby is born. Anyway, there we go. Says internet just died on his phone. Hopefully back soon. Okay, no worries, Rhoda. Garrett Griffin for another 5. Thank you very much, pal. That's really generous of you. Says this kind of crap storyline is why I dislike any Silurian or Sea Devil story. Makes my hair hurt and my teeth itch. Fuck, rough. That's not a good way to be, buddy. That's not a good way to be at all. God damn, that's terrible. But thank you very much for the 5. We really appreciate the continued support.
Pathetic grifter. I'll dedicate my life to stalking him. Why do people continue to give him donations? It makes me so angry! Well, time to go to work.
All right. I guess since we're waiting for Rhoda to return, we'll do another quick topic. Stellar Blade. You saw yesterday that they sent a congratulations to Expedition 33 with Eve dressed up in one of their uniforms. That was... You didn't see it? Oh, well, it doesn't matter anyway. It was in WTF. This is WTF. I keep doing it. It was in Hyperdrive time.
I slipped in yesterday because it was day off.
Right. It was congratulations to Expedition 33 and everybody at Sandfall from Shift Up. So for winning Game of the Year. But on a related note, the director of Stellar Blade, whose name I can never remember because it's Hyung-Tae Kim, that's it, has received recognition from the president of South Korea. There you go, buddy, right? Indeed. Putting their gaming division on the map. Yeah. And I'm getting a little annoyed and tired with South Korea, frankly, but I live in the Philippines, so I have to put up with them a lot more than most other people do. Their entertainment, their music, their fucking animation. But I certainly didn't have a problem with Stellar Blade. And I won't have a problem with anything else they make if it stays like Stellar Blade. And it's cool, right? That you're getting recognition from the president of your country for services to the country, I suppose. But there you go. By the way, Merry Christmas from Eve.
I feel jolly.
You should. I'm just going to screenshot that for one reason or another. And And there we go. Hyung-tae Kim, the CEO of Shift Up and the director behind Stellar Blade, has received a presidential commendation in South Korea. Prestigious award was presented by the South Korean president himself, and it was given for Kim's services to the domestic game industry. While Stellar Blade was mentioned, the award was also given amidst recognition of Shift Up's other games like Goddess of Victory and Nikkei. Well, fair enough, I suppose. It says it first dropped in April 24, of course, released on PC. It went on to sell millions of copies. Players have been pulled in by the visuals and stayed for the combat and intriguing story. Oh, yeah. It's no big secret that much of the attraction in Stellar Blade rests with the game's protagonist, Eve. I mean, yes, it does, but it's also a fucking good game. So, you know.
The surface level details are quite nice, but the actual mechanics and everything else that goes into all the workings, that's what makes it, you know, a thing that has had the staying power for a year and a half and continuing.
Indeed. And Eve doesn't hurt, you know. Certainly don't hurt. Her character model was built around a scanned representation of South Korean glamour model Shin Jae-eun, obviously. That's the name no one can forget. Which gives you an idea of why the character was such a hit with gamers, yes. As revealed by Automation Media, Hyung-tae Kim, the visionary director behind Shift Up Stellar Blade, recently received an award from the South Korean president Ling Jae-myung. And, well, that'll do, won't it? This commendation was bestowed upon Kim because of his contributions to the industry and achievements in overseas expansion, which, again, I'm getting a bit fed up with because I live too close to Korea. But that's just me. It's just a nice thing that happened, you know. I think it's also a great felting for anyone who has a problem with this company or that game, you know. And the Journo Trasher felt it again. Once again, the game has done so well that the director has literally been awarded by the president of that country. Pretty fucking amazing, right?
Hello.
You are returned.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. First, like, you guys froze, and then everything went back to normal, and then all three of us turned into little circles. And then just went.
That's literally what happens to me when my internet kicks out for like a minute and then comes back. It's a real pain in the ass. Yeah. A real pain in the ass. But there we go. Anyway,
I know what's going on. I've been following on my phone.
Cool. So yeah, what did you think about it? Stellar Blade director got a nice recognition from the South Korean president.
Well, it's good that, like, it's good because it's showing encouragement for, like, kind of coming back to normal ideas. Like, if somebody like the literal top brass of the country is saying well done, then yeah, that's like, they know that this new method is going to be recognized throughout the world, and you know, like, they know that keeping stuff their own way is what people actually want, rather than like what Square have been trying to do with Final Fantasy lately. It's all you know, like, keep Eastern games Eastern.
Yeah. And in the process of giving us that lovely picture of Eve in her nice Christmas dress, I've been able to create a new clip, which I will reward people with for a $5 super chat. Absolutely. Merry Christmas from Eve.
Nice.
And if you want to see it, well, you know the terms. So there we go. It's very good. Anyway, there we go. Literally, I just did it while we were reading that. So, awesome. So there we go. And goon away, my friends. $5. But now that you're back,
I got a good time.
$5 Eve rub you wrong time. Yes, indeed. My life. What am I doing? Anyway, we can move on then, because I did want to talk a little bit more extensively about the Tomb Raider situation, because we haven't yet. Not really, anyway. I've done like 3 times now on the stream with the boys, also on my video, and yesterday in Hyperdrive, but I haven't heard from you guys. Like, I think Rhoda, at least I know you agree with me that neither of the new Laras are Lara. Care to expand on that?
I don't think like I don't think they're particularly ugly, but
No,
they
they
just don't look. They just don't look like Lara.
Right.
You know,
Head's too,
Lara
her head's
is Lara.
not.
If
She's
you
got a
want,
long face.
yeah. If you,
I mean,
if you want to
it
make
should be
a character
stylized.
with that- If you want to make a game with that character, make a game with that character, but don't call it Lara because it doesn't look like Lara.
Yeah,
that would be like, I don't know, me trying to make a show and calling myself all of the fans.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
You know,
because you're wearing a hat. Yeah,
Right.
and you have a beard. And you're English. Yeah.
Right. No, this is an improvement on previous years, but I think that if they really wanted to, get back to the vibe of the original, just make it stylized. It doesn't have to be realistic.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I think that would actually be for the best. To be quite honest.
Well, that's the thing. It was never supposed to be realistic. It was supposed to be a bit hyper real. You know, it was supposed to be a bit Indiana Jonesy. You know, like this over the top, buxom, sexy woman with bizarrely huge boobs. Let's be honest. And for a body that shape, like it should be virtually impossible to grow boobs that big. You know, but not that we're complaining. But
no.
If it's realistic, sure, maybe not. But it's not realistic. It's Lara. It's over the top, and she goes into ancient tombs and fights. Excuse me, dinosaurs and giant spiders and men who turn into dragons and fucking nonsense.
Yeah.
Alien beings that come and turn you into their species and shit.
Lands on a giant hand and turns gold.
Yeah.
When the series was originally made, she was drawn in a gestural form. That the weight of the character and everything like that was more important than it actually holding specific, legitimate, real-world proportions or anything like that. And that was to emphasize her athleticism, her capabilities with the gymnastics moves and all this kind of stuff. And it was exaggerated because.
Yeah, I mean, look at the size of those tits. They're like half the size of her head. And her head's too big for a body anyway.
Yeah.
They're not realistic proportions.
No.
Yeah, it's exactly what John said. It's stylized.
Yep. Exactly. There we go. But, people, this is just a discussion I happened to be having with someone earlier on that I still had open. So I just brought it up. But, the thing is that these versions of Lara that we're looking at, this one, obviously, and then there's this one as well. Now, that obviously is way closer. They still don't have the hair right.
Right.
But they do have, like, it looks like maybe if Lara was a real person, right?
Right.
Although I still think her tits could be bigger than that. On a normal, but I've met girls with boobs bigger than that on that kind of body. You know, it's not rocket science. It's just fucking human genetics. She's built like like an ultra model. She's built like the girls that were flouncing around in that fucking what's that video? That music video that absolute arsehat did years ago, and they were all naked running around in it. Robin Thicke, Alan Thicke's son. And there's that he's got like Emily Ratajkowski running around topless in the video. She looks like Lara Croft, except her boobs would have to be a bit bigger. It ain't difficult.
At least a cup size larger.
Yeah, or two. But facially, I can see why they think this is what Lara looks like. It's not, but I can see why they think it is because she's got a sterner look than the other Lara. The other Lara has she's way too soft featured. Lara's face is sharper and more exotic than that. Now, this Lara looks like Lara when she's about 40 years old, unfortunately. My age, I say. I keep forgetting I'm 40. Maybe 50 years old. But
I would say that she looks too kind. She doesn't
maybe
look
a little too concerned. Yeah, maybe.
She doesn't look like she's about to shoot the shit out of something and nick an artifact and make some daring escape.
And have a laugh
She looks like she's going to ask nicely if she can borrow this artifact.
She doesn't look like she's going to run down some ancient corridor being chased by some devil spawn hounds from hell, blow them a kiss and leap off after drinking a Lucozade.
Like I keep reiterating, the character is not ugly. We're not saying that the character is ugly.
No one's saying that she's ugly.
Look like Lara Croft.
No, it doesn't look like Lara Croft. This looks more like Lara Croft, but still not enough like Lara Croft for me.
And the face is still kindly.
And I need to make it clear because I think I did make it clear in the video that I put out about it, which you should check out, by the way, if you haven't. It's one of my best ever. The argument that I'm coming at this with is we're really tired of compromising on this, on any of this. We know what you will do, you fucking freaks, if we give you an inch, right? Literally, you've seen like what they did to Mary Jane in Spider-Man 2, you know? Like they made her just this frump, ultra frump, you know? And it sucks in that they've done that. Because in the comics, she's a supermodel.
Right.
Like she's meant to be wildly out of Peter Parker's league. And it's just literally, that's why when he first meets her, she tells him, you just hit the jackpot.
Yeah.
Tiger, you know? There's nothing about hitting the jackpot about Mary Jane in Spider-Man 2.
No.
That's more like hitting rock bottom. You know?
Snake eyes. Yeah.
Yeah. Snake eyes, exactly. No, she's disgusting in the second game. She looks frumpy as all hell. You know, they even gave like Kirsten Dunst fucking, you know, a lift up in her first appearance as Mary Jane. Make it clear that that's MJ, you know, in the upside down kissing scene. So what, you know, it was a time when people would be like, okay, yeah, well, that's what that character looks like, and hey, good for us, we get to make some beautiful people. But no. They've got to be boiled down to the common denominator so that the fucking ugly and or old liberal bitches don't feel butthurt that younger women with bigger boobs exist.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, and you know, it's the annoying thing about this is, you know, I'll go back to what I was saying earlier. This came out in the mid to late 90s is when Tomb Raider did its thing. That's also when Aeon Flux was, you know, first out, and they're two very similar characters, very athletic women, very stylized, and you know, gestural forms, elongated, accentuating aspects of their femininity, specifically, and you know, the idea that you want to go and make these characters more realized always ends up over compromising the actual feel for the character, because you're basing it way too much in reality, and that's not what any of this is about. It's escapism.
Yeah, absolutely. It is about escapism, and that is at the be all and end all of it, but they won't let you have escapism, because if you're not thinking about politics all the time, you're not living these days. And then they go and have a go at someone. Like I had someone in my comments when I was talking about how it's weird that it's all leftists who are angry at Expedition 33 winning the Game Awards. But it's actually not all leftists, but it is. They are basically the ones who are aligning in this particular side of the fence suddenly now. And like if someone says that Maëlle is attractive, for example, because she's 16, which is legal in France, that they're a pedophile.
Right.
It's like, okay, so are you going to go arrest whole countries then? Like in some cultures, that's fine, you know?
Yeah. And again, fictional characters.
And to be fair, I don't know anyone who's gooned for Maëlle anyway.
Yeah.
Not at all. It's usually Cell or Lune. But anyway, you know, in contrast to this, if you didn't see yesterday, James Opp's been working really hard on his AI thing that he's been working on, and rendered this for us.
That looks a lot more like Lara Croft.
Yeah, it does.
Lot.
Well, he rendered it straight from Tomb Raider Underworld.
All right.
Yeah, for promotional shit for Tomb Raider Underworld. Literally. It's why it's got a funny little strap across here where the backpack is supposed to be. That's the only thing that's missing. And then he also did another one, which, again, it's a little stern maybe, but this is a hell of a lot closer to Lara Croft's face than this or the rounded nice girl one, you know.
It's the hourglass shape that is the thing that's missing on these new ones effectively as well. Is
it's not pronounced enough in the midriff. Yeah, if her waist was pulled in a few inches, then it would be much better. You would probably not be arguing about the tits so much.
Right, right.
But yeah, so
that's
this
the
is
thing. The balance is just off.
Yeah, this is markedly better. You know,
indeed,
and it looks like the shape of her face. Kind of.
The silhouette of
broad, but you know, basically the silhouette's there.
Yeah, but the silhouette of Lara's boobs should always go out further than just her rib cage. Should always see some
further.
Yeah,
like twice or three times further. You know,
yeah,
it's ridiculous.
That is a feature. That is supposed
Lara
to be.
Croft. Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Somebody rendered this. Why? For a magazine.
Yeah.
Because she was a sex symbol and she was in both men's and women's magazines.
She was literally in FHM.
She was in FHM. She was in The Face. She was in Maxim. She was also in what was it? What's the fucking women's one? I can't remember. L or something. And this is much, much, much closer to the real thing.
Yeah,
definitely. It's the hourglass figure. That's basically it.
Yeah.
Anyway, there you go. So
the facial expression as well.
Yeah. The thing that's really frustrating me is that the big players in our sector of the internet are all celebrating that Lara's back. I've seen like Critical Drinker and like Az from Heel vs. Babyface now. They're all going, "Hey, we won! Lara's back!" And I'm like, that is not Lara Croft.
Yeah, no.
What are you talking about? You're giving up too easy. We should not be stopping. You know, I'm not giving up.
Like the jawline on this is it's not going down enough. It should be, you know.
Yeah, she's got a round face.
Yeah. That's not right.
That's right. And there will be mods. Furious Dan says for $2. Thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate you for that. I do indeed. Remember, guys, we got a new clip. A brand new clip that I've not even ever watched myself with sound. Loaded and generated while we were talking about Eve. $5. $5, and we'll play it. All right. And that will be the $5 from now until next year. Anyway, there we go. That's pretty much all I have to say about Lara. I have exhausted this subject in the last 2 days. If you want to know more and you want me to cite samples and examples, then please go check out the video that I released yesterday. And you will probably have a really good time. Everybody's giving it really good reviews. So thank you. Funny it's getting reviews for like an 11-minute video, you know. But hey, it is what it is. Anyway, I have another story, and we've got a couple more before we get to the Red Dwarf thing, but this is a 5-minute bastard. James up for $5. That's right, baby. That's nice.
Yeah,
that's good. That's
Thank
good.
you.
So festive.
Yeah, and I love the way that the dress is barely covering her at all. And you can see underneath it as well. How nice for us. Thank you, James. You absolute legend. Says that was just me messing around with the very first images on my custom AI, mate. I was sort of thinking a bit after you started sending your latest works to me. I was thinking, you know, there's a lot of things I could do with that you can't do on Grok, even though you can do a lot on Grok. Yeah, that's right. Simple things too. Things that should be totally possible, were possible on Grok, that are now have been taken out of Grok. So let me know when it's up and running, buddy. And thank you very much for the $5. One more time. Let's have it. Go. Thank you very much. And appreciate the $5. All right.
$5
Sorry, I don't know why I seem to have inhaled my own saliva a couple of times during this stream. I think I'm dying, guys. I think my brain's just not working as well as it used to anymore. Oh, well, anyway, how's this for a stupid story? Red Bull has turned 2,000 drones into the world's largest game of Tetris.
What?
But why?
And I know. And then suddenly I want the reaction shot of, I think it's Monica or Rachel in Friends going, wow, that's quite a waste of time. Or maybe it's Chandler. Maybe it's Chandler. Yeah, it's I can't remember. I think it's Chandler. But anyway, yeah, that's quite a waste of time. Congratulations. I wanted to know more. Red Dwarf has created the world's largest game of Tetris powered by 2,000 drones as part of the Red Bull Tetris World Final. I didn't know that was a thing. Not only did I not know that was a thing, but I also do not agree that it is worth this. It's just fucking insanity.
I mean, it's a bizarre thing to do, but I'm kind of impressed.
Oh, yeah, I'm impressed, but only because it is just the stupidest thing that should probably never have happened. Do you happen to know where this happened? And can you guess?
Las Vegas.
Nope. More decadent.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a California thing, I think.
Nope, not in America.
Oh. Well.
Dubai.
Yep. I was going to say, all right. Yep.
Of course, it was in. Yeah, the 150-meter high Dubai frame, which opened in 2018, is the border for the Tetris game, which Red Bull says made the game the world's first open-air, live, playable Tetris game. And I don't know how it works. 2,800 drones were used for the game, with each player needing 1,400 per game due to the drones' battery life.
Okay.
Femhi Atala of Turkey went home as the champion of the game, achieving a score of 168,566 during the 5-minute game. Fucking hell, man. That's not quite a waste of time. That's world-class time wasting.
Yeah.
That is astonishing. Genuinely astonishing that they managed to pull that off. But there you go. Anyway, I guess we could watch the clip. Yes, it's on the side of the building.
Have some foot material on. It's going to set up for an early T-spin there. And knocks it out. It's going to be a T-spin single. 130,000. Can we see 100? Oh, boy. We're already almost at 150,000. Never mind.
20 seconds left only. What a play this has been from Abner.
Another T-spin, 158,000.
What a play.
And now there's 10 seconds to go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is time. Adler takes it with 158,566.
Okay.
I don't know, man, but he has been working them hands. All right, let's keep going. I wanted to do a shout out to a Windows Central article. This I don't have time to go over properly with you guys because it's just too long, but I am doing a video about it. It will be coming out tomorrow after I'm finished editing it. But this will be my next proper video that comes out tomorrow, probably right after Hyperdrive time. So this is an article written by a sad coping loser called Brendan Lowry, who works at Windows Central, about how Expedition 33 robbed a game at the Game Awards of a win and didn't deserve to win Best RPG. Where's Sardo? Because I need to go. Right. Okay. This fucking imbecile thinks Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 deserved it. And this isn't the first time I've heard that.
Right.
I've heard that shared around
a lot of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 people seem to.
There's a lot of code.
Yeah.
So there's a few problems, unfortunately, with the reasoning behind this. The first is that he goes on to say that it's, you know, it's such a better game. You know, it has so many deeper and more rigorous systems, and that makes it far more impressive. Well, is that what makes a role-playing game? Having incredibly complicated systems?
Like, my first issue here is with the headline itself. If Expedition 33 deserved to win Game of the Year,
it did,
and it is an RPG,
it was,
which are both facts, then how can it not win Best RPG?
Or also be Best RPG? Yeah, I know.
Yeah, if it's the best game of the year and it's an RPG, then it must be the best RPG of the year. This first class bullshittery already.
Correct. I've played a lot of the games that were nominated for Game of the Year and a lot of the games that were nominated for the other categories as well. And Expedition 33 won best music, best narrative, best art direction, best performance, best narrative, best direction, and best game of the year. And even then I've forgotten one. Best indie and best debut indie. So I at no point thinking of that do I believe that that's not the case.
Well,
I completely that it was the best in all those categories.
Right. And I don't know, I suppose like the thing, I'm fairly cynical as it comes to award shows, generally speaking. I did say that I was actually, mildly surprised how much better this year turned out to be than I had anticipated.
Yep.
But even still, even within that, award shows don't matter. If your favorite game didn't win, it can still be your favorite game.
Yeah.
And it'll be oh fucking K. All right.
Yeah.
Like all this stuff is just kind of it's there. It's a thing that happened, but it doesn't really fucking matter. It's okay.
And of course, it's just occurred to me that we need to round up our bets as well as do the ranking of Red Dwarf. So fuck, we are going to be going along. We are going to be going.
Yeah,
along.
I think we probably won the predictions this year, Will.
I think I did, but I'm not sure. I haven't counted it.
Yeah.
But we'll see. It was because I went with Expedition 33 over everything. If I did.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, but I want to make it clear this is kind of a preamble for the video that I'm gonna be doing. Which I've recorded but not edited yet, so I already know what I'm going to say. And what I'm basically going to say is Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 was really good. We played it a bit on the stream, John, before we abandoned it because it just wasn't a stream game. It was very systems heavy and very long and very dull to present to people. But it is a great role-playing game, and it is very complicated and very realistic in a lot of ways as well. Sometimes too much. That doesn't make a role-playing game because the roles that I played in Expedition 33 were better. Right. I didn't need, brutal European feudalism to enjoy a game. I can explore a fantasy world created out of whimsy, despair, and a vast world that I'm not going to spoil anything. That is also incredibly intimate in its reason for being the way it is.
Right. And again, this kind of goes to, the thing that I was just talking about stylization. When you actually do set your stories in fictional settings, you can actually speak to things more directly than if you go and try to make some kind of, period piece, historical based narrative. Because... like there's only so much you can do within that framework, so you're a bit limited. And can you call that role playing? Sure, yeah, you could do something within that in there. But is it going to be as good though? Is it? Yeah, does it actually talk to as many people in the terms of the human experience?
No,
no,
it doesn't. It really doesn't. And then of course I talked a little bit about the fake controversy that JDA caused. But then the last point that I really wanted to make is this simple point. Last month, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 made it to 4 million sales.
Right. Good job.
Very good.
Well
it only
done.
took since February.
Right. Only took 10 months.
Whereas Expedition 33 sold 3.3 million in 33 days.
Right.
We know that because it was hilariously ironic.
Right.
But also, if you think it hasn't gone past the 4 million mark since then, well, bad news. It did a week later. You know,
Right.
so it's also a much more successful game.
Yeah.
So played by more. And again, this is in no way meant to shit on Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 or any
you enjoy
other
it, you enjoy
RPG.
it.
They're all great. They're all good. The one thing I do need to take issue with really badly before I let this end is this bit. He says it was up against the likes of Avowed,
Avoid.
The Outer Worlds 2, and Monster Hunter Wilds. Any of these had stronger RPG systems than Expedition 33. Expedition 33 is so customizable, you can basically break it, and it still works. You can create characters that will get killed as second the battle begins, come back to life, and deal a one-shot to the final boss. You can create builds of characters that are so glass cannony or that are so dependent on, I don't know, status effects that you can play the game in hundreds of different ways. Hundreds of different ways. Whereas Avowed was shallow as shit. The Outer Worlds 2, I mean, even the Outer Worlds 1, there was no consequences of any of your decisions, really. The ending was more or less the same no matter what you did. Right. Monster Hunter Wilds was a catastrophe. It didn't run on its core audience's devices. It was a shit show. It was the biggest embarrassment Capcom had all year. So
it has
what
a very annoying ass character.
World is this dickhead talking about better RPG systems than Expedition 33? Madness. Cannot possibly begin to believe that. So I'm
if you're going to be
in my next video.
Yeah, if you're going to try to carry water for Avoid and
I know.
Worlds,
I know. Those two in particular are astounding that they were included in this argument.
Right.
They're
the
reason
titles even being nominated.
Yeah. They shouldn't have been nominated at all.
No.
It's a joke that they were. They were. Nobody took it seriously that they were nominated at all. What did we have for best RPG? All of us had Expedition 33.
Mm-hmm.
And that was only one of like 2 times that we did all agree that it would be Expedition 33. So there you go. Anyway, that's just a little sort of a little rant. We don't have a lot of time for the remaining topics. I'm going to have to skip about 4 now because I just realized we do need to go over our own shit. Before I do anything else, though, Old Man Cat is here. Hello, mate. I hope you're doing okay. Although I do understand that you told me a little while ago you're under the weather, and that is fucking terrible, mate. So sorry, and love to the family as well. Thank you very much for gifting 5 memberships for the Griff Force and 5 for the Princesses, and that's also a 5.
Let's go, Griff Force! Doing it for the princesses!
Much appreciated, buddy. We are about 60% to the goal. If we hit the goal, which is 100, then this goes up to 3 out of 4, and we get that much closer to Jackbox. I thought what I might do is instead of having just the letters 2 out of 4 at the bottom, I might make like a graphic of like heart pieces from Zelda or something.
Yeah, that'd be all right.
Or a limit break gauge.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'll mix them up, see how I feel on a particular day. But yeah, there are a few things I could do. Anyway, he says bring back Eve. All right. Yeah, baby. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. And yeah, so I was going to rip on Supergirl and Avengers, but I can do that next time. We definitely need to mention the bitch in the room, though. which would be our good friend and trusted confidant, Alyssa Mercante, has decided that it's time not just to felt smash JT, but also to potentially break the law and request a court seize the personal information of every single person who has ever been in his Discord.
Right.
That would include me, certainly, and many others amongst whom I know are in the chat at the moment. So, I mean, I'm going to start by saying, go fuck yourself, you diseased-minded harpy. Go somewhere and never come back. Would you guys like to elaborate?
I mean,
need to bring back.
My question is, go ahead, restate your point, Rhoda.
Harpy is a word that we need to bring back.
Yeah, we do.
Along with plonker and kushti.
Why not?
Yeah. My thought on this is, she's so interested in other people's private Discord information and things like that. Is she offering up her own?
No, of course not.
Well, that does seem
to be fair,
it's
kind of just to get everybody else's. I'm imagining hers will become public knowledge very soon.
I would imagine it would have to.
I mean,
because
I know people who already know,
right?
And I don't want to know, but I know people who do know.
Right. But I mean, she's got her Patreon. She's got her secret Discord server that she's a part of.
I mean, everything she does is in the shadows, mate.
Yeah. So, again, this just seems like a weird kind of thing to do unless ultimately all this has just been a fishing expedition the entire time which clearly that's all it has ever been
since day one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
the whole idea that people don't have a right to privacy and she has the ability to try to undermine people's ability to just utilize the internet in the way that we have for decades now. It's just this is pretty mask off behavior when ultimately like the whole idea is that, oh well, I'm threatening you with knowing all these things, all these intimate details about you, but don't you dare say anything ever about me, even though the things that you say are based on shit that I said in public settings.
Yeah. Oh, let's not forget, first of all, Smash JT's great sin is quoting her.
Right. It's pretty outlandish, to say the least. I do think though that the irony in all this is just someone like me, like I can't come out. I'm not on JT's server, so I don't have to worry about this situation. I haven't been. It's not that I don't. I just have so many Discords I'm already part of to begin with. But I can't be doxxed, because I already did it. And so that must really fucking piss her off. That's probably the reason why she refers to me in the way that she does, where she won't even call me by my name, because there's nothing to gain from it, because everybody already knows it, and I'm not trying to hide anything about myself, because of stupid trees situations that happen up in situations like, I got myself
silly old country cows.
yes. Old timey situations such as this that find their ways into the world that we live in. This is exactly why I was just like, I'll just be up front. I don't care. You got same thing like when we have our visitor here to the show, thinking that there's gonna somehow like, put one on. No, like
what have you got? You got nothing.
But
except time.
I have But I have the right to privacy. I am making the choice, using my agency, to decide, well, this is how I'm going to approach it.
You're a shit out there, yeah.
Yeah, other people are allowed and entitled and obligated to their right to privacy, and this is an overreach of the highest order.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this would set an incredibly dangerous precedent. Incredibly dangerous. Absolutely. Not just people wouldn't be able to make fucking comments about other people on the internet anymore. I mean, if he wins, Trump can sue CNN. But it's also the simple fact that, to me, while I'm more of an active participant, or have been more of an active participant in talking about the absolute scam job that is this entire lawsuit and her entire career in general, in my opinion, a lot of people who are just fans of our channels have done fucking nothing except maybe donate to Smash JT's legal fund or send supportive messages or whatever else, you know. They've not done any plotting. We're not like that. Maybe you are. We're not.
Right.
We're not.
Well,
secret Discords plotting to get Alyssa. We don't give a shit about Alyssa.
Well, you see, that is the thing.
Give a shit. If she would just fuck off, it would have ended a long time ago.
Well, see, her action actually reveals quite a bit, because a lot of narcissists tend to think that everyone else thinks exactly the way that they do, because why wouldn't they? Because I'm perfection. I am the center of, right? So this only makes sense that everyone's like this. And so her making this accusation and assuming these things is quite the tell, based on, you know, like what she thinks of other people is actually how she operates. It's really quite the revelation.
Yeah, it will escalate things considerably, and it will endanger people who have done nothing.
Right.
Because the next thing, of course, is that she'll just send cease and desists to people all over the internet.
She is claiming that she's never going to have access to this information. Then why are you asking for it? What's the point?
Exactly. The other thing about it, of course, is I mean, her lawyers are psycho. So you can't allow them to have the fucking the team of lawyers are fucking maniacs. You cannot allow them to have access to people's personal information. They should be disbarred for the way they conduct themselves in public every day. But they're not. And it's so this is what she currently wants from the Discord. She wants your ID, she wants your name, she wants your role, she wants your phone number, she wants your email address, she wants your billing address, she wants any other address. She wants this is the
IP.
By the way, she wants to get hypnotic.
Oh yeah. That's what this has always been about.
All that is she could never get to Hypno, so she went and smashed JT to try and get to Hypno.
Yep.
Anyway,
and it's obvious.
Yeah, it's so obvious. But because he's the only one that none of us know where he is.
Yep.
I haven't got a fucking clue. I genuinely don't have a fucking clue. So there's no point asking me. Or probably Smash, or I'm pretty sure any of us, to be honest. Yeah. The guy's very private and he likes it that way, and that's totally his prerogative, isn't it?
Right. Whether the user ever boosted the Discord.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with fucking anything?
That's just sour grapes.
Oh, I know, but it's like, oh, you financially supported this den of villainy. Obviously, that has to be what's going on there. It's like, no,
because we know for a fact from screenshots that have been leaked that's what's on her side. And again, it's what you said. We get this with not just narcissists, but the left in general. It's always projection.
Yeah.
It's the whole argument that came out when the whistleblower from Antifa came along and said, they don't kill you because you're a fascist. They call you a fascist so they can kill you. They think that the other side behaves like them. You know, completely totalitarian and absolutist. And the simple fact is, no one does. We make memes and tell you to go fuck yourself.
Right.
Call you a whore.
In fact, we tap into the human. Yeah, we tap into the humanity and the human condition, and actually kind of make things very, very specific and pointed, where they tend to dehumanize and try to make it seem as though, like, you know, all these people that they have, any one individual that they have a problem with actually becomes a collectivist problem, and everyone must suffer because they believe in, you know, collectivist suffering, which is some crazy weird shit because it denies people actual agency, and you know, and you're holding everyone accountable for shit that they shouldn't actually have to be bothered by. And this is a pure example of that. Of course, Marilyn Transon here, highly regarded.
Now, a lot of people are pissed off because Ron decided the best thing to do would be to consent to it, or at least appear to consent to it.
Mm-hmm.
But to be honest, I trust Ron quite well. I've been lucky enough to have a few conversations with him, and he's a very, very intelligent man who understands not only the law, but it is very shrewd. Not only the law, but the way that the law can be applied and the way that appearances can define or dictate how the law is applied.
Right.
In this case, for example, if one side is breathing down the neck relentlessly of the other side, while the other side, the apparent evildoer side, is going, oh, fuck it, just give them whatever they want, then it will be, the appearance is we're just going along with this because it's crazy. We know she hasn't got a case, so we'll just accept anything. Well, and that means that you're not a troublemaker. You're not trying to hide anything, and you're not being sketchy, whereas they absolutely are on her side.
Right, and this gives more credence for dismissal with prejudice. And also, when you go and you make this kind of demand, then you have just set the precedent for what you are open to. Because if this is part of the discovery process, like, is that where we're at? Like, this thing is still moving forward, and it didn't get dismissed. I'm not quite sure, but if that is the case, them making this demand and the compliance being like, all right, fine, you do not realize how much you just fucked yourself, Alyssa, because all the things I just mentioned, your Patreon, all your private Discord, conversations, all the various people that you collude with to do all these things, that is going to come to light. You are not only
discovery,
going to,
if it comes to discovery,
right. But
in
you're
this,
not only going to
they aren't. I don't know if they'd have to produce that in response to this,
right?
And that makes it look even worse.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. That's why this is a shrewd move, because if you're going to make these demands, right, and that's why I'm like, all right,
look like a maniac.
Right. So not only will you lose out on this lawsuit, but once, like, if it goes to that, and you end up getting exposed for all your dealings, if you think that you aren't already out on your ass at the conclusion of this lawsuit, you are going to be such a fucking pariah. And have fun getting your fucking book deal to go through anything other than Amazon self-publishing,
which we can review.
You're gonna fuck yourself.
Oh yeah.
By the way, James Hobb actually has produced a much better explanation of Ron's potential thinking here than ours. It makes us look quite naive, actually. He says he's not consented to it. It's a legal procedure. They want data that Smash does not have, and they send that to Discord, who will push back. The judge will push back too. They have no legal need. Exactly.
Right.
Ron knows that. So that hopefully is the first fence they'll fall at. Then it would be, why do you need this?
Right. But that's why I'm saying it's a shrewd move, is, for one thing. Again, this is an overreach.
Goal, of course. I mean, it also, once again, it totally implies some sort of nefarious act will happen as a result of it.
Right.
You'd be endangering people, but also it would. I don't know. There's so many ways that this could backfire. Even if it somehow managed to get past what James has said, it's still. In the mind of any sane person, is dragging people who are nothing to do with this into it.
Right.
Which is,
I mean, obviously, like, if they award her that data, if they say that Smash's side has to provide that data, then
which he can't.
But then her side would have to do the same thing, surely.
Exactly, and that's why I'm saying
I don't know because it's a different thing. They've asked for it and it alone. While waiting for a fucking dismissal, basically.
But they are asking for third-party information. And what does Discord give two shits about any of this? I
don't know. Discord is very fickle, but they also do hold on to their data pretty privately. So.
Right. But to the point that James is making, it is just kind of going and trying to find somebody who's just like, what the fuck is this about? What do you want from me? Why do you?
Yeah.
That's our. Look. They don't do their data mining and all the stuff that they do at Discord so that they can just hand that over to courts for frivolous fucking, petty grievances.
Yeah. Another good point. You want to talk jurisdiction?
Right.
Like some of us are in other countries.
Right. There is like that whole aspect to it as well.
Isn't it hard enough if somebody's in another state, let alone another country?
Yeah,
true.
She doesn't have a fucking thing against them if they're What could she say to them? Like, what would she do? It's just it's an empty threat.
Clearly,
it's literally an empty threat that I'm not even sure she could follow through on. If she intended to try and sue people, she would have to have jurisdiction, which we've spent a long time talking about, and she doesn't have it now.
I don't think that Discord even really could. Like this would have to be something. I don't think, especially in a civil matter. Maybe if this were like some kind of criminal case proceeding, then Discord might be more willing to or obliged to give up that kind of information. But this is a civil proceeding. So if Discord were to go and just say, oh yeah, we're going to just give your data out because some random lady who's got a grievance against someone asked for it, that does seem like something that might actually kind of be against their terms of service that they have to, that you agree to give them money. Right? Like, because that's kind of saying that your data really isn't safe with them. If any person can just demand it and they just, oh yeah, here. Like,
it's crazy, isn't it?
It would destroy the whole business model. They'll fight it all the way.
I mean, they can be compelled to provide user data in response to a valid civil subpoena. But why would you?
But this is a civil matter. Entirely like this, there's nothing to be done here other than the exchange.
There's nothing to find.
Funds.
Yeah, there's nothing to find out except people's addresses.
Right. And so if all you're trying to do is data mine people, that does seem like Discord would be, it's in their best interest to actually try to protect the privacy of their customers. Otherwise, why would you be?
Well, it's their legal compliance. They review all legal requests to ensure they're legally valid. They may challenge requests that are overboard or not legally sufficient. They can, it can include email and IP address, messages. They can be compelled. But civil cases also involve like legal processes that can compel data disclosure, even though you would think it would only be for criminal charges or something like that. But it depends. There's no way of knowing. Discord,
but a warrant is very.
I'd be very careful if I were Discord at the moment, considering they were almost called into Congress, and if the government hadn't shut down, that would have happened already.
Right, but that's the whole thing.
Answer for the way they deal with data and many other things.
A warrant though, it has to be very specific, and so you have to be looking for something specific. You can't just go and just say, hey, I just want open access to like all your shit.
I want to see how many times these people called me a cuddle cow. Yeah.
Right. That's...
I don't think it's going anywhere.
No.
It's not legally valid as far as I'm concerned.
No, this was just a scare tactic of sorts and more desperation and a way to keep the process dragged out for a few more days. Even
longer, I know. And the funny thing about it is Smash doesn't even do anything regarding her anymore. The only time he even talks about her is when it's specifically related to the lawsuit. It's the only time any of us do. She's fucking irrelevant.
Right.
No?
Right.
So,
well, that and making fun of her in Jackbox games. But
that's true, but that's just because she is such an obvious target to make fun of. Because she acts like a crazy person.
Exactly.
And doing
things like this.
Yeah. Yep. That's right. I'm sure the next Jackbox game will be very interesting. So we do have to get the rest of today's goal and another to get to the next Jackbox game, because that's just a much more easily maintained way of doing things.
Indeed.
Unless you guys think I should go back to doing it separate memberships and things, let me know in DMs at some point over the.
I will be honest. In my own personal kind of,
it's a little more manageable this way.
I do appreciate actually saying, "Oh, I'm going to at least be able to have a day off once a week.
Yeah, you don't
know?
have to report for Jackbox. Yeah,
Right. Keep waking up at 7 a.m. every morning, like, oh, I got shit to do today. Hang out.
But I got to hang out for 2 hours and play Jackbox because Will made some money.
Yesterday.
Yeah, it made me feel pretty bad, you know.
No, it's all right. Well, that was the thing about yesterday. I stayed up till about 6 in the morning, and I was like, you know what? I can't even feel bad about this because I don't have shit to do today. I literally woke up after.
Can't remember what that feels like.
Yeah.
Can't remember what that feels like. Anyway, James, thank you very much, mate, for the 10. Really appreciate it.
10. Drop it.
Hey, the time is getting on. I'm starting to think it might be a better idea to do the Red Dwarf ranking next Tuesday instead. And instead, we'll go over our Game Awards bets and see who won.
Indeed.
Yeah, maybe that would be a little bit more manageable as I have to get up very early in the morning. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But for now, I think it would be, a good idea to get the Game Awards sort of well and truly done with, so we can get back to our normal format once War Between the Land and the Sea is felted as well. Can't wait for these fucking things to be gone now, because I've been so it's like a blast of new news and a new TV show to review at the same time. I'm like, my head is spinning. I'm like, what am I talking about today?
Right.
And Christmas is coming too at the same time, so I'm really torn between all these things. Fucking crazy. Jane says as a final point, they're looking for people to pin evidence to rather than having evidence of a crime and finding the perp. Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what they're doing, and it's fucking bullshit. Yeah. And probably evil too. We are at 70% of the goal. If we can get to the full, obviously, Christmas boobies, special Christmas boobies for people who haven't
I'd
seen
be
it.
ever so grateful.
Or have seen it. John, now that he's definitely demonetized the stream, would definitely like to see some boobies.
That's right. I tried.
There we go. It's all good, mate. You were talking about,
right.
The one true.
I've done fairly well. I think that's like my first slip up in like a month. So
I think you did very well. But anyway, yeah, it would be cool. It would be cool to get some boobage today, especially if you're in need of something to pick you up a little bit. I don't know.
Indeed.
Anyway, we've got, and hold on a minute because I want to get this to look the way I want it to look.
While you're looking for that, it's one of those things because I still exist in this space where I do a lot of streams throughout the week with Toasty over on Rumble, and on Rumble I just whatever I'm going to say, it just happens, it's still a little bit more of the Wild West over there. So.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. All right. I got this spreadsheet of ours. So there we go. We can go through them and have a look. We can see, we have them in the random order that the way that they were presented to us, but then I've had to try and redo them. So most anticipated, we had GTA 6, me and John, and it is GTA 6. So very good. That's one for us. And unfortunately, nil for Rhoda. But there you go. But I think you knew that was probably not going to be the case. And of course, again, if they delay GTA into 2027, it could be the hat trick.
Which I think is becoming more likely because they're going to try to sell the PlayStation 6 somehow.
That would be very interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, there we go. Next up, we had best adaptation. Now, we all took Minecraft. We all got felted because it went
by the least of us.
It went to The Last of Us, specifically season 2.
Goodness. Where they diverted from the actual storyline.
And they changed Abby to be normal instead of a massive fucking Brock Lesnar lookalike.
Right. And the best adaptation of the game is to diverge from the actual game.
I know. And yeah, Minecraft movie literally made all the money in the world. So
right.
And even Fallout was better, but that won last year, so I guess it couldn't win this year. But Last of Us Series 2, the only thing people even remember about The Last of Us Series 2 are the fucking memes. Bella Ramsey, yeah, looking like a fucking invalid, and then at the same time going, I'm gonna be there. Fucking, I don't know how that won, but whatever. You know, the rest of the night was such a walk for us. You know, there were far fewer moments this year of everyone going, "What the fuck?" You know, but this was definitely one of them. Multiplayer game. I had Split Fiction. You guys took the easy way out. I went with Arc Raiders. So you're right, of course. So Rhoda's on the board now. John's got 2. Sports game. I cynically said Mario Kart World, although I wanted it to be Sonic. Leon was outraged. Mario Kart World took it. So that's one for me. Simulation / strategy. That went to Final Fantasy Tactics Ivalice, which we all said it would. So that's another one for all of us. Then we have family game. And once again, I went full cynical with this and decided that DK Bonanza would win simply because they wanted to give it an award.
Right.
And because it was super family friendly as a game. Like, even it's not going to make you fight your brothers and sisters like Mario Kart World. So
right.
So I got that one. Fighting game. Both Rhoda and I went with the Capcom collection because I think that was the only one we'd even heard of.
Yeah, I really wanted that to win because it's got Power Stone in it, which is one of my favorite Dreamcast games.
Yeah, that game is really underrated or unknown, and it's really good. It's really good. I played it around my mates. Fatal Fury City Wolves did win. That puts John on 4, so we're tied at the moment. Fortunately, we all got a point after that because Expedition 33 did exactly what it was supposed to do and swept the RPG category. Womp womp if you work for Windows Central. Next up, I didn't color that in. Whoops. Oh, well, it doesn't matter now. Next up, we went action adventure. Both Rhoda and I said Silk Song. John, out of nothing but loyalty to Hideo Kojima, went with Death Stranding 2. But of course, Silk Song took it. So that was a good one. Then it was action game. And that was between a few that we really didn't know what to pick on that one. I ended up flipping a coin on that one because I couldn't decide between Hades 2 and Ninja Gaiden 4. I think that was the one anyway. It ended up going to Hades 2. So Rhoda, that's yours. Congrats. This is for nothing, by the way. There's no stakes. Maybe if we're all rich next year, we'll put a bet down. But you know, as it stands right now. So that was Hades
gauging
2.
our cynicism, I suppose, more than anything. Last year, I was a far more cynical thing, and I won last year. But
this year we had a shimmer of hope. I decided to give into it completely with Expedition 33, just to have done it. What we are now? Okay, VR, AR. We didn't give a shit about. We don't care. We don't know anything about it. We're not interested. We all went for the wrong one. I went for Alien Rogue Invasion. You two went for Deadpool. Midnight Walk took it. We all got felted. Mobile game, again, not a category that we should really have any idea about. John and I went for Persona 5 Phantom X. Rhoda, of course, went for Sonic. It went to Umamusume Pretty Derby.
Which is women racing with horse ears, I guess.
What?
Is it?
Yeah. Horse waifus. Yeah. It's waifu racer.
Now
Oh no.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. Oh, no, they're cat ears, aren't they?
I don't know, but they're waifus. And,
they're cat waifus. They've got cat ears.
Okay. All right. Well, there's some kind of.
Well, to be fair, they could be horse ears. Actually, maybe they are horse ears. Actually, yeah, I think you're right. I think those are horse ears. What the fuck?
I'm sure someone in the chat will let us know.
hopefully no one in the chat has a clue. I'd like to think I cultivate a better audience than that, but yeah, no, those are horses. You're right, John. Yeah. Those are fucking horses.
The only reason I know is because Jester, we did a prediction, and I need to actually, I'm not sure that I have the same predictions for the thing that I did with him on a lot of this stuff, but he was the one who gave me a lesson on. He's like, how do you not know about this game? I'm like, what? I'm a 45-year-old dude. Like, what would make you think?
Yeah, I like real tits, you know, or at least things that look like real tits, you know, as opposed to 2D tits. But you know, whatever. I never realized that it was, in fact, literally a pretty derby. My soul just died a little. But it'll come back because debut indie is next, and we all got a point, which right now puts me on 7 and you two on 6. Because Expedition 33 again, then it was indie game. You guys went for Silk Song. I went for Expedition 33. Point is mine. Yeah, I think I did win this. Community, we went for Helldivers, and you went for No Man's Sky, but it went to Baldur's Gate 3, which was astonishing because that's 2 in a row. I'm pretty sure Baldur's Gate 3 took that last year as well, I think. Actually, hang on, I can check. Yep, last year as well. There you go. So next up was ongoing game. I had Marvel Rivals. Rhoda had FF14. Nice brand loyalty. Delighted to say that it went to No Man's Sky. And even though we all got felted and none of us predicted it right, even on the stream at the time, we all were very happy that No Man's Sky got its flowers at last.
Yeah, if we hadn't done these two back to back, I probably would have gone with No Man's Sky. But I think my reasoning at the time was, well, I just voted for No Man's Sky for for community stuff. So,
and I just didn't think they were ever going to give them their flowers. I just was cynical, and I went for Marvel Rivals based on that. Then we had the award no one cares about, DEI, and the Impact Award, and Lost Records was the obvious. Lost Records did get robbed. Okay.
Yes.
Because that is the wokest piece of shit that I've seen since Dustborn. And it went to South of Midnight, which really was a nothing game that deserved to win nothing for any reason whatsoever. But there you go. Accessibility, we went AAC Shadows. Rhoda took EA Sports. And yeah, I at the last second, I was like, Rhoda's going to win. Rhoda's going to win. No, it went to Doom. The Dark Ages. Okay, fine. So a long stint of getting felted there for us. Oh, well. My cynicism wins out in the next one, though. We all had who's going to win best performance. John went ultra cynical and decided to go with Erika Ishii as the winner. But we all know what happened to that.
I still won because I think she was mid popcorn eating.
She was. You had the moral victory because she was like shoving popcorn in her face and went like literally like a big like Jabba the Hutt getting choked by Princess Leia. Fucking absurd, man. And just hilarious. Like, oh god, her publicist, man. Like, this is worse than being an Antifa. Can't do it again. I love that clip. I'm so happy I made that. Anyway, you went optimism and said Ben Starr, Rhoda, and I was tossing and turning between Jennifer English and phrasing between deciding to vote for Jennifer English or for Charlie Cox or Ben Starr because I wanted them all to win, except I was also really not pleased with my Jennifer English decision about 2 days later when we discovered that she won the Golden Joystick and then made a big DEI speech about fucking queer joy after I had picked her because I cynically believed that they would give it to the woman. Still, I was right, and she did go up on stage and this time made a much better speech about the people who made the game and went on the journey with her. Unfortunately, she did slip at one of the middle fences by mentioning neurodivergent people, which made us all roll our eyes. But there we go. So as of right now, that's what?
Yeah, she can maintain herself a little bit better, at least.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9 for me. Yeah, it's 6 for you guys. Yeah, Expedition 33 is going to carry me over the finish line, isn't it?
Oh yeah, easily.
Yeah.
My cynicism of they're gonna find a way to get Hideo Kojima on that fucking stage was ultimately.
It's funny because it's the same exact thing that saw you win last year.
Exactly. That's why I was like,
and this year, all that changed was the amount of cynicism in the actual event.
Right.
You know, they actually did something good for once. So there's that. And that was very much a welcome decision. Erica eats shit. Erica eats. I eat you.
She looks like she's put on about 30 pounds in the last 6 months.
It's really bizarre, isn't it? She really has stacked on that weight. Not that her face was much to look at in the first place. It was kind of heavy. But anyway, audio design came up next. This was one of the only ones that Expedition 33 didn't win. The other, inexplicably, was Player's Choice.
Right.
With Wuthering Waves. And
Which
I don't have a fucking account for that at all.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
It's a mobile game.
That's why I don't know
so
what it is.
women voted for it, that's why. Okay then. So we all got felted on audio design. It went to Battlefield 6. It didn't go to Death Stranding, didn't go to Silent Hill. It didn't go to Silent Hill.
Right.
The sound in that game was astonishing. I completely acquiesced at the time. Silent Hill was probably the better game.
It was so creepy, the sound. That's what made me go for it.
I know, right? It was terrifying. And so I was sure Silent Hill was going to take it, but I had already pledged to vote for Expedition 33 for every category it was in. So no points for anyone. Weird that it went to Battlefield 6. I know, they're doing this whole thing with the environments now, but I don't believe that sound design that makes you turn and shoot is as good as sound design that makes you panic, turn and slash. But whatever. For audio score, obviously music, it was gonna be Expedition 33, the soundtrack to the summer.
Yeah. And to be fair, the sound design in Battlefield 6 is pretty it's just just in the sense that it's not varied. It's all the exact same thing, where when you compare to what these other games are doing, different environments, all this kind of stuff, and to actually be able to make that immersive, that's a far more impressive feat than what Battlefield even did. 'Cause it's just a fucking battle. It's gunshots and explosions and shit at a distance. It's not that impressive, to be quite honest.
Fair enough. Toasty's complaining that the list has ended up with trans colors, and she's actually got a point. So let's fix that right now. There we go. Fucking hell. God, what was I thinking? Oh, I was in a hurry. I was filling this in 6 at a time as they went through the fucking awards at breakneck speed in between trailers that were clearly more important. Anyway, whatever. That is us now. Yeah, Expedition 33 got score. Of course it did. The music was astonishing. They even brought Lorien Testard on stage, where he got to live a dream many probably have, but will never get to have, which is just playing your own damn composition with an orchestra for a video game. After being recruited from SoundCloud, that guy had to have died and gone to heaven right then. Anyway, art direction. Once again, I went for Expedition 33. You guys went for Silksong. Fair choice. It went to Expedition 33. Not a big surprise. A whole world of what it is. And anyway, narrative. Again, I'm not going to risk any spoilers here, but you will understand why Expedition 33 won when you finish it. Nonetheless, that went to Expedition 33. We all got that. For some reason, I didn't color John's in there. So you got another point. You're on 7. Rhoda's on 8. I'm on 12. Oh, well. It makes it seem like a fix. Go watch last year. John felted us. Anyway, game direction. I went for Sanford. Rhoda took Sanford. You went for Kojima, of course, because you were convinced he was going to be on stage. And to be fair, we were both very surprised that he wasn't. It went to Expedition 33 again. Sanford Interactive. Game of the year, Expedition 33. You cynically took DK Bonanza. What went wrong, John?
I assumed, I was wrong on all my Nintendo stuff, but I chose Nintendo when it came around because it's like, look, they're gonna pay for advertising, they're gonna win something.
They did, didn't they?
I
won sports game and family game.
Yeah. And so on those instances, because I'd already voted for Mario Kart when Bonanza won, and I was like, oh well, they're going to give an award to both of those games, and so I think that's why. And so because I had made the mistake the first time going with Sonic for Racer instead of Mario, cynicism.
Well, unfortunately, that leaves you on 7 as a final tally. Rhoda has 10, so good for him. Expedition 33 carried me to 14. Rimmer. No. There you go.
I got nowhere near as many points as I did last year.
No, you cleaned up last year. Let's have a quick check back. Last year, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Did we tie?
Did we tie? Wow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4,
well, I
5,
guess
6, 7, 8, 9.
So it was
10,
just
11.
Ryan who lost last year.
Ryan lost. Yeah, that was all.
Okay. All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We all tied. When did I get it that you won last year?
I don't know. Maybe it's because I was just the new guy. And I don't know. Well, I'm glad
that we all got 11.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. Well, it's good to double check these things.
Indeed.
Although next year it'll be quite clear that that I did come up short in my cynicism, which that's actually a good thing. If I had won this year, then it would show that that the game industry is not learning lessons, because I was still very ardent that they're not actually gonna, they're gonna give it all these nominations because it's not gonna win all of them, and it didn't, but it did win the majority of.
It won 9.
Yeah,
it won 9 out of 12, 9 out of 11.
Yeah,
technically it was 10 categories, 12 potential wins.
Right.
So, because there were 3 of the actors in one category. Right. So there we go. Anyway, the only thing that shocks you is the main character is meant to be a straight white man. War Between Land and Sea. Russell Davis thinks the only actors should play gay parts, but he's got a gay actor.
I mean, is he really straight though? If the fish can trans herself at will.
That's true.
Yeah. So,
that's true. I mean, Russell Tovey is gay, and Barclay is not. So
yeah.
That is hypocrisy. Thank you. There we go.
Well,
anyway,
I guess Barclay's kind of pescosexual.
I suppose maybe yes, pisky sexual.
Yes.
Oh man, I hate the world we live in. Well, anyway, let's see now. That will do, I guess. It's kind of getting a bit late now to start doing Red Dwarf Series 7. Maybe we'll do it on Thursday. We have Wanker of the Week, but we'll see how it goes. If we can't do it Thursday,
remember, I'm not here on Thursday.
Oh, then it's going to be next Tuesday.
Okay,
Tuesday. That's fine. The ranking thing isn't exactly like a, we do it every week unless we have something else to do.
Are we continuing on to episode 4 this Sunday,
on Thursday?
Or are we?
Well,
no. On the Sunday show, are we just finishing up?
Oh yeah, no, we'll do episode 4 as well. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So I will watch that. I was I was debating watching it. I was like,
what the fuck?
Maybe I should hold off until I'm certain.
My chair.
So that's what I'll do. That's what I'll be doing after the show today.
That's cool.
Be a nice,
Well,
nice sorbet from the shit I had to watch last night.
Right. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, we'll do the Red Dwarf ranking next Tuesday, and that's fine. Wanker of the week for Thursday as normal. Already putting together candidates for that. But please feel free to recommend them.
Quite the week. I would imagine this won't be the last time we talked about Alyssa this week.
No.
Being that Wanker of the week
Well,
is
I will try my damnedest to take my break during the stream so I can at least drop into chat.
Okay, man. That's cool. That would be great. Appreciate it. Anyway, that's it for the show. Sadly, we're still 30 off the goal.
If your phone signal's strong enough, you might even, the link still works for phone connections. So maybe you can join us for a few minutes.
A second, yeah, you could do that, I suppose.
Just let us know what's going on with the Guardian, if nothing else.
Yeah. You can film yourself throwing it in the trash, and we can play it in your stead. You should just start doing that and then send me the clips so that eventually I can make a montage of it.
That would be Project 2026. We'll see how many, and we can count how many times at the end of the year.
Yeah. One of my friends works the night shift as well. I could probably get her to do it for the days that I'm not there.
Yes. That's it. We'll end up with 365 shots of someone throwing the Guardian away. All right, that's enough. Thank you, guys. We appreciate you being here for the show. It's a good time. We've had a good laugh. Let's do some outros. Rhoda, what's going on with you now?
Kind of depends. I will stream something tonight, depending on who's around. I know Sardoc's not been well, which is why we haven't done any more Tomb Raider or X30 lately.
Sorry to hear that. A lot of people getting it at the moment. A lot of people coming down with the fucking lurgies at the moment. It sucks.
Yeah, I've had it. Today is like my 3-week anniversary. No, yesterday was my 3-week anniversary of having this sickness.
You've been cohabiting with this virus for 3 weeks.
Indeed.
What's a week anniversary? Oh well.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
What's the Latin for week?
I did completely. What's the word? Well, I tripped over my words anyway.
Oh well, you just did again.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm doing that a lot today because
apparently the word for
hyper, but I actually had a nap after work before the door went. So
apparently it's your hebdoversary.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because the word for week is hebdomadis. Hebdomadis.
So would it be a trihebdo then? Because with 3 weeks.
So it would be your trihepto anniversary. Triheptoversary. Why are we doing this? Finish your intro. Outro.
So yeah, we if he's better, we might do some Tomb Raider. If not, it'll either be a talk show or some more Sonic. But yeah, I'll do something in a couple of hours' time, or an hour's time, hour and a half's time, maybe.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and still putting together things to just like really basic things to put out for the music videos. Completely going down the route that John recommended. I'm gonna put out 3 at a time and say put out a poll, which one do you want like an actual full video of?
Right.
I think that was a really good idea. I'm completely adopting that. So yeah, thank you to John for that. And yeah, again,
not just a hat rack.
Great time. Great time that we have had again today. Plenty of people donating everything, so thank you to everybody there on that side of things. And be good, and if you can't be good, be careful. All right,
there you go. John,
it's Tuesday night, so Toasty and I will be hanging out over on her channel doing 2 for Tuesday. Of course, that starts at 8 p.m. Eastern. And you can always see me there throughout the week with her at that time on Sundays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. We will be back here again on Thursday, of course, for the Wanker of the Week at the normal start time. And, everybody who's here at this point knows when we start throughout the week. Sundays, Tuesdays, Thursdays here. Immediately after, as I mentioned, I am going to watch some Red Dwarf. And then later on this evening, probably after the stream with Toasty, I will watch the new episode of Fallout Season 2, so I can more likely talk about that this weekend on Saturday with Heavenly Jester over on the Jester's Act at 2 p.m. Eastern. Of course, prior to that, in the morning at 11 a.m., we will also be doing an episode of The Week in Culture on Honey Badger Arcade's channel. So I think that's otherwise, I'm just going to be doing production work and whatnot, like that normally fills my time, which I do have some stuff to actually knock out this week now that I had a day off. So that'll be fun. But thanks everybody for hanging out with us for, the last, a little under 3 hours. We greatly appreciate everyone always take their time to spend time with us. And, it's just always a fun time being here bright and early in the morning to start off the day. So thank you so much, and always a pleasure hanging out with you fine gentlemen, talking about all this silly debauchery of 2025 and just the state of reality as it is these days. Yeah. But of course, with that said, though, everyone have a wonderful week going forward. Of course, safe travels ahead, and be awesome as always.
Thank you. Guys, let me know if there are any categories you would like to recommend for awards we may get around to doing by the end of the year.
Yeah, and
you can DM me, or maybe I'll make a room for them on Discord or something.
Yeah, and since I see your question, Mages Guild, it was supposed to start tomorrow, but evidently they are pushing it up a day, so it will start tonight on Amazon, or if you're like me, some clandestine server that I'm accessing through Switzerland.
Great. Brilliant. Thank you. Mages Guild actually just dropped in with a $2. Thank you very much, man. Getting us up to 3/4 of the way through to the goal. Better late than never. Says, hey, black people. Where?
He must be hiding in the shadows.
Jesus Christ. Says, sorry, I nodded off. Oh, well, that happens to the best of us, mate. I've been doing that all week, trying to fucking catch up on sleep I missed last week. So it is what it is. And but appreciate you coming in and dropping $2, man. Thank you. Yeah. And you can always watch it back, You'll get to see the Eve clip for the $5. That's worth it. Anyway, that's it. Yeah, we are done for the day. We're going to do the Red Dwarf ranking next week because we had to do the Game Awards debriefing this week and all of the other great stuff, Lara and the war between the fucking air and the felt. And that's it. So we'll be back Thursday. I'll be back tomorrow. Like I said, there'll be a video coming out after tomorrow's stream, which will be on the subject of our friend at Windows Central who can't handle Expedition 33 beating Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. It's obviously the superior game. But whatever, I'll go into that in much greater detail on that. In the meantime, check out anything else on the channel if you haven't yet. There's always stuff coming up. And nominate a category for the awards tentatively called Of the Fans until we come up with a better name. Like maybe the Willies.
The
Willies and the Fannies. No. We'll see how it goes. And nominate categories. I'd like to see what you guys want. And we'll think about it. And that's it. Till then, take care. Break your hair. Fuck Disney, fuck Nintendo, fuck Alyssa McCante, but not literally. And and that's it, yeah. Till then, everything. Yeah, you would. Question everything, respect the fans, check out the Discord link below. We will catch you next time. Boys of the fans, out. Tatty bye.